We go. All right, we are live, guys, and this is the bonus episode 60, Moonshiners Flying. I see Kent is in the chat, so Kent, do you want to jump on and chat with us? Because if you do, you're more than welcome to jump in on Zoom. You wanna? If you wanna, let me go ahead and copy this meeting ID and password. Because all this is going to be just talking about paramotors and fly-ins, and I wanted to learn more about this Moonshiners fly-in because apparently everybody wants me to go on to the Moonshiners fly-in and meet up and hang out and do some para stuff. Wear my para socks, have my para boots, and I'll be ready to rock and roll. All right, guys, welcome everybody. Can y'all hear me? I hope so.
Loud and clear.
Okay, we got two people. We got two people watching and four people here in Zoom.
Where is it being streamed live?
It's being streamed over to Sean Symons. If you let me go ahead and send it to you here in the chat. So the chat.
I went to that.
There we go. If you click that link in the chat, in the Zoom chat, you should be able to go to the stream. There's Will Fly. He said hi. All right. So, anyways, here we are. And today, all we want to do is just talk about the Moonshiners fly-in. I put the meeting ID and password in the chat. So if you do have Zoom and want to join us and talk to us about paramotors, that's what this is all about tonight. Is just talking about paramotors. I don't have any guests. I don't have any show notes. I have no idea what's going on. I really need help. And one of the things that we were doing, we were talking before the show in our pre-show, and willflyppg.com said that he has gone to a fly-in. So I guess real quick, Will, can you tell us about the fly-in that you went into and where was it? What was it all about? How many hours did you have when you went there type of thing? What kind of pilot were you were? And are you planning on going on another I know way too many questions. Go ahead. Just tell me what you know about the fly-in.
Okay, well, the first fly-in and only fly-in I've ever been to was in Vail, North Carolina last year, the Fly It If You Got It. And I think I probably had about 40 hours at that point. Don't quote me on that. And what surprised me, the spoiler alert, I had a blast. And
Oh, that's good though. That's good.
Leaving that fly-in, I said, man, I'm going to go to every fly-in I could possibly go to this year. And unfortunately, you know how life happens, and I didn't make it to another fly-in yet. The biggest surprise for me about going to the fly-in was the fact that the flying part wasn't the fun part. It was the meeting other people, and just it made the sport so much more real. I mean, I before then was doing a lot of flying on my own, and when you meet a group of people like that are as excited about the sport that you are, I mean, it's just you're feeding off each other's energy. And so Fly It If You Got It was the first one. The next one I'm going to is going to be next week at Swanee, and I'm totally looking forward to it.
You plan on going to the Moonshiners?
Oh yeah, and
really?
Bad Apples. Yeah, definitely.
I just posted in the messengers that we are live here with the meeting ID and password, so anybody can join us. This is just join us on Zoom, talk to us about paramotors, and let us know what I can't use my mouse. What's going on? Come on, turn. Just let us know what let me know what you have done as far as fly-ins, and what do I expect as a new person going to a fly-in, because I don't know. Looks like we got a bunch of people in the chat. Who do we have in the chat? We got Dave, John Wayne, Tommy. Oh, Tommy Mosley. What's up, Tommy? Jump in the chat, dude.
Sean, I can add one more thing to that.
Yeah.
That comes to mind. Even though it was my first flying, I think the thing that really helped was that I didn't go there not knowing anybody. I mean, I went there with another group of guys that I'd been flying with previously, and they kind of took me under their wing and, you know, little tips and tricks like, you know, keep your head moving and looking for the other guy. That made it a lot more comfortable. So you've already got that knocked because everyone there is going to know you. So, but
there might be one or two people that know me, but that's about it.
Oh, come on. What? You're in for a treat, an absolute treat.
I'm looking forward to it. I think it's like a 12-hour drive from here because I have to go to the other side of Tennessee and I live in Arkansas, which is not bad. Hey, John Wayne jumped on the Zoom. So, hey, John Wayne, you can jump on.
Sorry, guys, I'm driving. I just thought I'd let you know I'm in Arkansas. So.
Hey, then swing by, man. Swing by.
Yeah, I'm a little past you. I'm on my way down to Kyle's.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, that's cool. What you going to do down to Kyle's? Anything fun?
Yeah, I'm taking a wing that I got to Bill H.
Oh, okay.
So I'm on my way to San Antonio eventually, but anyway, I just saw you pop up, so I thought I'd listen to the show. I'll hush up and listen. Okay,
well, I'm glad that you're here, and if there's anything that you want to talk about, especially since you've been to fly-ins, haven't you, John?
I've been to 2 of them.
What is your experience, real quick, about your with the fly-ins?
Well, you got to consider I'm an old man, so my opinion probably ain't real important.
I'm an old man too. I just
well, a lot of people having a lot of fun. It's got more to do with people getting together than it does flying, it looks like.
Okay.
But that's how it seems to me anyway.
You know, I've heard that before too by other people, that a fly-in is not about flying. It's not about showing off your skills. It's about, you know, connecting, you know, networking with other pilots, you know, meeting up with people face to face that you've seen online, you know, for the last year, and you're actually able to say, "Hey, dude, you're there," which is really awesome. And there are so many people that I've met online on Zoom or watched their videos. I can't wait to actually meet up with them and hang out with them in real life. I think that's going to be awesome. Hey, John, are you going to go to MoonShiners?
Well, I'm sorry. Say again?
John, are you going to make it to MoonShiners by any chance?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to MoonShiners.
Okay, good deal. We'll make that a big ClearProp, you know, get together / MoonShiners. So MoonShiners will actually be the second part of it. It's actually ClearProp, kind of MoonShiners.
I got a house not too far from there.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Well,
over by Morganton, North Carolina.
If you ever invite me.
Well, I looked at it on Google Maps one day. It looks like there's somebody living there.
So Kent had asked if we can do any RSVP for Paramotor friends so we can get a big group in the same area for MoonShiners.
I hear a lot of background something. I couldn't hear what you said.
I don't know. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. What'd you say?
Okay, so Kent had asked if there's a way that we can maybe do an RSVP so we can get the group of us to RSVP like an area together done at MoonShiners.
That sounds really good. Maybe
anybody knows that.
Maybe on PPG Zone we can get together and do a group, like a ClearProp group that's going to MoonShiners, and that way we can all get together.
And we huddle around that guy, that skinny chef Shane. And oh, sorry, he's here.
Oh, stop talking.
I was just going to ask, in this group, is Jay going to be there? Because if so, I'll just be stepping out then, and I'll just step off to the side and just look in from the outside.
Well, you got the parrot chicken here too. You got both.
Oh shit.
You got both.
I mean,
your girls.
shoot.
You're in
There,
trouble.
there is no swear jar in this one. We just a bunch of friends hanging out. That's the bonus. I don't care.
And what am I doing here?
I don't know, but we just want to get together and talk about the Moonshiners, and I figured might as well stream it. Open up the Zoom so anybody that wants to talk with us and give us their experience about being in a fly-in, let me know what to expect. I'm really excited. Now, Shane, you've been to a fly-in. What was your experience?
I've been to several in my little over a year of flying. Are we live now?
Yes, we are. We're streaming live.
Oh my, okay. Uh-oh, hold on. Somebody's got ads before his show starts. Jeez.
I got to get gas money somehow so I can get to the fly-in. I'm just saying.
Well, Dave Wolf's in there. Kent's in there.
Really?
Will Fly, which I'm meeting this weekend. He's actually taken my offer, and he's going to be in one of the tents, one of the two tents that I'm going to be at or be in, whatever you want to call it. So that's pretty cool. I get to meet him, and yeah, the weather looks phenomenal for Swanee this weekend, or for next week.
And Swanee is where in Florida?
Yeah, it's in Live Oak, Florida. It's like 30 minutes or 35 minutes west of 75 off of Interstate 10. But the more and more I look at the winds, I think the highest the winds are like 6 or 7 miles an hour. And the highest chance of rain is like 14% on Sunday. So it's going to be nonstop flying.
Well, because it's a fly-in, nonstop.
Yeah.
In the fly-in. So how many people normally go to these fly-ins?
Depends on which ones you go to. I mean, let's see. So I left school last year. What was it? The first week of November, I finished school for flying, and then drove home.
Blah, 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 blah.
The wolf is in the house.
He does a cooking show, but doesn't cook. No, I'm not on. They can't see me. They can't hear me. I mean, my God. Remember,
we can't hear him.
I don't know if you met Shane at Purdon's, but my God, remember he just wouldn't stop talking.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I can hear something, but I can't see anything though. What is going on?
I don't know how to use Zoom. Is this thing on? Oh, there's a green light. I gotta go.
No,
Oh, hey
just sit there
Shane,
until
what's up,
someone
buddy?
honks.
Hi, Sean. How are you?
What's up, the wolf?
So nice to see you guys.
Glad you weren't
What's up?
talking about us before you came on.
You were talking about Moonshiners. Cody called me today. He's the guy that runs Moonshiners, and he's got a school down there. And
Yeah.
he just said it's going to be bigger and better than ever this year. So he's expecting a lot more. I think he had like 150 people maybe last year. And he said he's expecting a much bigger turnout. So it's going to be awesome. So I can't believe you've never been to a fly-in. Is that right?
That is true. That's why
I just totally hijacked Shane. I'm sorry, Shane.
That's fine. I'm used to it.
Okay. We're not. Oh, GPS isn't working now.
Hey, Wolf, how many people were at Dave Purdon's this last year?
I want to say at least 220.
So that would be the largest fly-in that I've been to was Dave Purdon's. It was crazy.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I went to I left school last November, went to Swanee. I didn't fly yet. I just left all my gear at home because I was told that as a new pilot, you didn't want to do that. So I left all my gear and just hung out. That's where I hung out with Ripman and a couple other people. Dave, that's where I met you.
That's right. No, didn't we
For the
meet
first
at, I thought we met at, oh yeah, it was Swanee. You're right.
No, that was the very first anything I've done because I just got done with school. So
You and I have been at 3 fly-ins together. Did you know that?
yes, and I still can't get rid of the itch. I mean, what?
Well, you talked to Nick about that. I don't know.
Oops.
Ooh, whew. So yeah, 3 fly-ins with Paramotor Crazy.
Yeah.
Swanee was my first one, then Dave Purden's, and then the I'm sorry, it was Swanee, then the poker run,
Poker run.
and then Dave Purden's, which by the way is still my all-time favorite just because of the scenery.
Yeah, it's good scenery, man. I was showing someone the other day. That's where I flew over my bald eagle and flew next to him on the tree. Oh, it's amazing.
Hey,
And
Dave,
fish.
it's happened to me 3 times of flying with an eagle, and every time all I can think of is don't scream like Dave Wolf.
That is funny. You're right there.
6645.
Which one? This one?
I thought it was 6645.
All right. Sorry,
Kent
guys. I'm
Staney-
just dropping off my daughter.
Kit Staney said Vail, North Carolina was his. Well, he was at that fly-in there. I was a comic relief for Shane when he when he was rolling on the ground laughing at some guy hooked into his wing backwards.
Oh my goodness.
I would not say I was laughing at you. I was very concerned for you, Kent. Very. He was kiting his wing and he was hooked in directly to it, facing the wing.
Are you saying
So-
Kent? You saying Kent? Like Kent Stamey Kent?
Yeah, Kent Stanley. That's how him and I met.
Oh,
I seen him at Vail, North Carolina. He was kiting his wing, but what he did is he walked up to his wing and picked his risers up left and right and hooked them to left and right on his harness. He didn't switch them over. So when he lifted the wing up, there was no crisscross. If he would have spun, he would have then been in a crisscross. Am I explaining that right?
I think I understand what you're saying.
So if you put your left riser and your right riser on the ground and you walked up to it and you took your left hand and grabbed the left riser and hooked it to your left carabiner and did the same thing with your right one, not crisscross them, not flip them over, so that when you're kiting and you turn to run forward, if he would have brought his wing up and then turned, then his lines would have been crisscrossed. So it was backwards.
Oh, okay.
So I spent, I don't know how long out there with him. And I kept telling him, I said, dude, I just learned to fly not that long ago. So I don't know much of nothing, but I do know that's not right. And he's like, what do you mean? And just to go into detail about teaching, it is very difficult to teach somebody because you don't know who they are. You don't know the person. You don't know how they do or don't learn. And I had to go get my wing, hook into my wing my way, and then kite the wing. I couldn't literally tell him how to do it without like fumbling over step 1 to 3 to 3 to 2 and then back to 5. Like it was all screwed up. So I had to let me go get my wing. I know what I'm doing with my wing. So, but I got him. He said he's been kiting that wing that way for over 3 months. I won't tell you what school he went to, but if you see something in the sky and you cannot identify it, it's called a what?
Identified flying object.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay.
So
I don't think UFO is operating anymore, is it?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I think that's been shut down.
I thought I seen some advertisements on Facebook for UFO.
Oh, gotcha. I gotcha. I see where you led us there. I like that. All right, very good.
See, I'm trying to be nonchalant. I've
very
learned from others.
It's like the next best thing to free training right there. Hey, I got a question for. Oh, go ahead, sir. I was going to ask Sean a question. Sean, since you've never been to a fly-in, what's your expectation? What do you envision is going to happen at the fly-in?
Well, from what I've been asking this for a while, about, fly-ins, and I've been watching people that, have gone to fly-ins. I talked with Shane and other people that have done fly-ins, and they all said the same thing. It's pretty much, there's a lot of people in the air. There's a lot of people flying. A lot of people try to show off, but nobody really cares because everybody flies.
Mhm.
But 9 times out of 10, it's there for networking, hanging out with people that you've met or haven't met online, but seen their videos or maybe on Zoom or maybe a podcast. And then you actually just, hang out with them and see who, see who they are and, go have a beer and eat some
Yeah.
food.
And some of the fly-ins can be big parties, and most of the ones I've been to, and Shane, you tell me if you agree or disagree or if you feel differently, but most of the ones I've been to, like, it gets dark out and maybe an hour later everybody's in their campers, trailers, whatever, and they're going to sleep and we're done. Except for maybe like one night some people may stay up till 11 o'clock, but for the most part, what do you think, Shane? I mean, about an hour later everybody's pretty much zoning out or it's getting quiet.
I think you're completely wrong. I think you went to bed with the old people. Because I cannot tell you, when I come home from a fly-in,
Linda, stop laughing. He's talking about you.
No, seriously, I stay up until 11, 12 o'clock, and then I'm up at
Whoa. 11 or 12? What?
every night.
What are you, 18 or something?
No, my problem is, and I've been this way since I was a little kid, when there's fun to be had, I can't go to sleep.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid if I go to sleep, I'll miss something. So when I come home from a fly-in, I will literally get home and probably 5 or 6 o'clock that night, I'll go to sleep and I won't wake up until the next morning.
No, that's true, because I did hear you were up hanging out a lot with I forget who it was at the poker run every night.
Oh
my goodness.
Well, yeah, I think the same guy was
that
bragging about the
happened.
steaks. I think the same guy was bragging about the steaks his wife and his daughter ate that.
Their daughters ate good, man. They had some good steaks, I heard. Oh, there's so many little inside jokes happening right now, Shane.
All I know is next time, bring a gallon jug of A1, because paper plates hold almost a half a bottle of that stuff.
Man. Oh man.
Look at
Dave,
Yeah.
all I know is
Oh, you got
you
your
ragged on me. All I know, Dave, is you ragged on me all weekend long, and then when you told me about the steak incident, I was so joyous inside of my heart.
Yeah,
I was just like,
I
oh.
couldn't believe it. I was dumbfounded, dude. I'm like, really? You just okay, cool, man. Let me feed him.
I spent the entire weekend dumbfounded. Are you kidding me? I still hold a grudge.
Oh shit! My dinner just got to the door. I gotta get home.
Uh-oh.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, you know it's kind
Wayne,
of
do you
funny
like the new
that
present?
Travis had the Travis had the hang test. You know what I'm talking about? The thing that you do a hang test from. It almost looks
Right.
like a swing. Man, those people were swinging on it all night, man. You call them the greatest swingers in the world, right there.
Wow.
Mm,
All right, that's it. I'm done.
amazing.
Wow. Did I go too far? Just tell me.
No.
Okay.
I guess I'm gonna have to talk to you guys, not on air, and find out really what's going on.
Yes.
Oh.
So I
Sean,
guess there's-
Hey, nice helmet, Amy.
Sean, you'll be amazed and not shocked all at the same time.
interesting.
That's me every day, like living with the parents, okay? I live that every day. Amazed, but not shocked. But it's all love, I love it.
Linda, you realize
What,
they're laying
honey,
in bed.
what?
They're laying in bed right now going, she's amazing, but we're not surprised at the same time. They're talking about you right now.
They don't even have to be laying in bed to figure that out, okay? Let me tell you, they know. They know me. They're just like, yeah, that's my daughter. Yeah. Our dad, he's something else. Okay, I gotta tell you guys really quick, okay? So
Real quick.
that every night they have their dinner, like what they're gonna eat. We're gonna have this tonight, and if I don't want to eat, I say no, I'll pass on that tonight. But tonight my dad's like, we're gonna have he goes, we're gonna have fish fry tonight. I'm like, cool, okay, I'll be down, because I have a little upstairs hideaway, whatever. And I come down and my dad has onion rings because I had bought onion rings last week to have with the steak on Monday. Okay, like those Red Robin onion rings. Okay, so
Sounds
he has
good.
it all on a little
Sounds
dish
good.
and everything, and then he has the popcorn shrimp and the other. And my dad's 94, right? So he has the other popcorn shrimp that I bought last week left over in the other pan. And so I'm like, what's for dinner? And he goes, oh, I got this and this. I'm like, oh, cool. Because last week we had perch. And I'm like, well, where's the fish? And he says, no, this is dinner. The fish is the popcorn shrimp. So I'm like, I'm going to die tonight because I'm having onion rings and popcorn shrimp for dinner tonight. But what are you going to do, right?
What's you gonna do?
You don't argue with the parents, just like when you're growing up. This is what you're going to eat. Okay, mom and dad, I'm going to eat it then. Like eat your vegetables. Yeah. Anyway, I had to share that.
All right. So Sean,
I just got home. I'm gonna go eat dinner, but Sean,
Go eat.
Yes.
besides
Get
MoonShiners,
it.
what other fly-ins are you going to this year? Do you know?
That's it. That's the only thing I can do so far this year, and that's the only thing I'm actually planning on doing right now. It's just
You're not doing bad apples?
No. Right now it's pretty much sorry, everything is up in the air right now, and we'll just have to wing it. But I know for sure that MoonShiners will be something I'll do.
All right, cool, man. Well, can't wait to hear how you enjoy it. Wait, that's like not till August?
Exactly. Gotta.
We can talk
August
them into
4th.
bad apples by then.
I hope so. I hope so. What's up, Jake?
hey,
We'll talk them into it.
I hope
What-
so.
what-
All right, guys.
Wolf, real quick before you leave, hold on. Wolf, before you go, what fly-ins are you doing this year?
Oh my God, there's so many, and we have so much stuff. There's some personal stuff going on that I'm not going to talk about, but we also have lacrosse tournaments, and there's so much going on. I'm definitely doing bad apples, and I'm almost positive I'm going to do EFD. If I go to Dave Purdon, it might just be for a Friday night because I have to work too. We'll see about that. I'm going to miss the Michigan one, which I'm really bummed out about it because I was at that last year. But right now, that's all I'm planning.
Okay.
I have to work. There's so many that I want to go to, but I can't.
I'm the same way, Dave. I gotta work, unfortunately.
Damn, work's getting in the way. I can't wait till we all retire.
Damn work.
I know, right? 8.5 more years.
But like, if I go to EFD,
We're going
this
to be
year,
a bunch of party animals retiring.
we're gonna grow old together, all of us. But if I go to EFD this year, I'm not gonna go next year, which will free me up to others. But I also want to paraglide next year. So, all right, I'll talk to you guys later.
Okay.
Have a good night, everybody. I'll be watching
Thanks for
later.
jumping on, Dave.
Bye bye.
Thank you. All right, Sean,
Bye.
to answer your question about what to expect
Okay.
at a fly-in.
All right.
So the ones that I've been to, which I don't know if a poker run is considered a fly-in, but I mean, it was really the same thing, but except for we all left and then came back. So, I don't know. We all landed somewhere else and then ended up coming back. Some of us by paramotor, some of us by vehicle. But anyways, every time I go to a fly-in, it's just you meet so many new people. You end up so my back ends up hurting if I stand too much. And I never seem to sit down the entire time I'm at a fly-in because you just go from one person to another and you just meet new people and people that you've interacted online with, and then you get to meet them in person, and then you get to have a real conversation with them. And it's the camaraderie and to me, I'm a social butterfly. So it's amazing to me. You know, I can't get enough of it.
No, not you, Shaney.
Uh-uh.
If I went to one of those things, I'd be the same way. I would never sleep. I'd be like, hey.
We
Did you see what Kent said in the chat, Shane? So
Yeah.
Shane has already volunteered to cook for the ClearProp fam at
Thank you.
MoonShiners. So Amy, are you covering dessert? Amy, are you still there?
Yeah, we're playing with my new helmet. It just came in the mail today.
That is so awesome.
we're trying to get the chin strap right. I love it. This looks good on me. It's like the first helmet that actually looks good on me.
You look,
Yeah,
you,
look
you look like an
woman.
aviator. You look
I
like a
know,
real
isn't it great?
aviator.
Hey, you want to know something? Let me go tell you this. Okay, now my frame was bright orange, right? So we were talking about making my helmet look like tiger eyes or whatever. Look at this. Got little built-in cat eye things already. So we were just looking online, couldn't really find anything. Then we looked some more the other day. That's what I'm getting to. He's trying to tell me what to say. So we were looking online again, and we started talking about, well, he said you can dip your helmet orange if we don't find an orange helmet. Then I was like, oh, good, we'll put tiger stripes on because I'm going to put stripes on my orange frame, you know? And we started looking, found the perfect hydro dip for it. Orange with black tiger, it's just perfect. And then that's when we can still get some tiger eyes and put right here. It's absolutely perfect. So my helmet is all going to be tiger hydro dipped. He already ordered, wait for it to come in. But look, I did not want a football looking helmet on my head. I've handled with those. This is cool. I actually look good in this.
I like it. I like it.
And then with the tiger, because my alma mater are tigers. So that's why it's going to be perfect. So then I just need to get my combs in my ears. Really good.
Your dog's like, what do you got on your head, Mom?
Yeah.
Amy is a
I'll put it
dedicated Amy is a dedicated tiger lover. The way she cups a tiger is like no other.
You shared that photo. I forgot about that for dinner time. Show them the photo. It's my collection of when Chris and I went to shopping.
I haven't discussed that with anybody. I don't know what you're talking about.
Did Krista show you the photos that she took of me and sent to Mark that night?
I have not discussed that with anybody. Actually, I forgot about it until it was just brought up.
Well, I want to know about it.
No, you don't. No. Your manhood is at question with this. You do not want to know.
I will show you next time we get together.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good.
Let's just say let's just say they went to an 18 and up store.
And then they sent pictures back while they were there.
It was Valentine's Day, people.
Wait.
Mark a Valentine's present.
Are you saying that Amy went to an 18 and up store with Shane and sent Mark pictures?
No.
Oh.
Shane and Amy and my wife Krista went to a store while Mark and I were doing something. I don't remember what we were doing.
Hanging out the house by yourselves.
Yeah. Anyways, long story short, I got some pictures and I was just like, well, I don't hold a candle to any of this stuff.
Oh, that kind of store.
Yes.
Why did I all of a sudden imagine exactly what the picture was when you said
Because
that?
it is, and I'm like hugging it. And,
Hey, when it's as big as a human torso, you know.
There's a really good picture of me standing with my arm going like this.
Yeah, she's got her arm around it.
How do we go from fly-ins and paramotors to 18+ stores? I don't get it. Why do we all do that?
No. Oh, because Shay mentioned Tiger. How much Tiger?
I want to go to that fly-in where they were at.
Oh, it's all fun and games until something rubber falls out of the sky, hits you in the head.
Yeah.
It's all fun and games until somebody gets an eye poked out.
Yeah, oh Lord. Hey, forget about the airplane toilet ice falling.
Yeah, we
This
can
is
have.
all new.
Hey, we could have a new event called the Dildo Drop.
Oh, Mark.
Oh.
Mark.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You ruined it, Mark.
How did I ruin it?
Because you said the word.
Yeah, you said the word.
Oh, am I not around? Am I not allowed? I don't know what the rules are.
It's like
Mark.
having a fear of tooth. You can play in teeth,
Oh,
but you
okay.
can't actually go there.
Oh, okay.
See, Mark, just like this. We were going until you went too far. You went past the tip. See?
I got it. I got it. I got it. I'm tired.
See, and that's why I put a swear jar on. I don't know.
Hey, Sean, I wanted to say something about those about those flying, something that I noticed,
Yeah.
and that,
John.
you know, pilots, like when the first flying I went to, I hadn't even flown yet. And then, of course, I went to another one later. But what I did notice is that folks that haven't been flying a lot yet that go there, they spend a lot of time learning a lot of stuff from folks who have been flying. I noticed that people are a little more adventurous, it seems, you know, when they're flying at the fly-ins, because there's folks around, you know, to help them out a little bit. And there's a lot of that goes on.
I'm gonna be cautious and
I get in the air and I get away from everybody
Yeah.
is what I do.
Yeah.
I would say, as for a new pilot, be careful. So I was taught in class as a new pilot to listen to all the information you're given, but only follow the person that you trust.
Yep.
So in other words, you're going to have a bunch of people come up to you and tell you what you're doing right or wrong, and they may be right or wrong. So if you're not 100% trusting in that person, don't take it to heart.
Go
Because
with your gut and just smile and say, "Okay, thank you."
yeah,
Go
exactly.
with your gut.
So
But, hey, quick question. I was looking at the MoonShiners because I know you seem to know a lot about it when we were at your house. I did find out that there's no charge for the event because they don't want to hold any liability. So there's no vendor
Right.
charge. I forgot to share that with Mark.
it's just $20 a night for camping
For
or something.
camping, camping, but no vendor charge. So that's good for him. I completely forgot to tell him because I didn't want the liability. And also, I did understand you correctly because I want to make sure I didn't lie the other night. It is a fly anytime you want to fly, right? There's no set designated like certain places.
Correct. You
That's what I
can take off in the morning and go fly 2 miles and come back and land back, or go take off for 2 hours and come back.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing in Florida. So Florida has, for property owners, they have a for the compound, for instance, all those people are riding all over private property. And if they get hurt on that property, they can't sue them because the owner did not get paid for those people to be out there.
Right.
So if you say, hey, you want to use my property, it's going to cost you $5, and they get hurt, the property owner at that point is now liable. So it's the same. It's I'm almost positive it's the exact same thing for Tennessee. That's why they're not charging for the event. Just for
that makes sense.
And the camping for the $20 camping fee is not tied into them for the event. It's just like there's camping nearby for you.
Right.
It's not like you're paying the $20 for the person.
Are you asking that or stating that?
I'm asking, and you can want a confirmation, and my thinking is correct.
So
sounds correct.
Yeah, I think the campsites are right there by the field.
That was my impression. I've
never been there. Like I said, I've only done, what did I do? Poker Run, Swanee. I didn't fly. I did Swanee the second time I did fly. Vail, North Carolina, and Dave Purdon's. So I've been to 5, flown at 4, and I'm fixing to go back to Swanee this next weekend, and I will definitely be flying there again. Might go to the Waffle House and have breakfast.
Do you know if those campsites have electric?
There is no campsites. You can fill up water, and you have to run a generator.
Yeah.
Oh, where, Eric, where are you talking at? Swanee or
MoonShiners?
MoonShiners, I believe they have power and water.
It's on the site that
Sean,
brought up.
Can you pull that site back up?
Yeah, towards the end of the homepage.
Yeah, I do believe they have 30 and 50 amp hookups.
If my memory serves me correct, it's towards the bottom of the homepage about the camping.
So here's
scroll down. Yeah. It's like towards the end, right there. You went too far. Go up. Right there.
Man,
Stop. Right there. Liability reasons, no charge for events participation. Camping on the property is $20 per night for each place. And those who just want to park their equipment trailer on site, utilize the airport for the fly-in, there will be a $10 per day rent fee. So it seems like what you said, just camping on the property, on the field, but not a campsite.
Oh, looks
So-
like there's going to be a NOTAM also, so we don't have to worry about other flying vehicles colliding with us. That's really nice.
Yeah.
So it doesn't say anything about actual power or what
No,
have you.
no. It's just camping on the property, $20 a night for each pilot. And for those who want to park their equipment trailer on site or utilize the airport for the flying, there will be a $10 per day rent fee. So we'll bring our generator. So
I throw mine in my truck. I mean, I'm showing up in my utility or my cargo trailer, which by the way, I hooked up the air conditioner and the 2 vents tonight, and my camper right now is sitting at 57 degrees.
cool.
You can hang meat in that, huh?
Hey, I just plan to hang meat. I mean, just be in there myself and relaxing.
Hang meat.
Don't need a refrigerator. Just leave it on the counter. I love it.
Right.
That's pretty cool.
Hey, since y'all talk about desserts, I've got some brownie and cookie recipes I'm trying, and those, if they come out the way I want them to look, the way I think they should, I'm going to put them on the site, and we're going to take the pies down and only have the handheld pies for featured flavors for events to sell for resurgence, but brownies and cookies will be shipping items. So, and I'm going to I'm going to change it to where I have a menu where people can order the cookies or brownies for their own mixes. Tell what mixes they want to be to customize them.
All right, we got 2 questions. Well, 1 question in the chat from Nick Griffin talking about the if you charge, you can have them sign a waiver. There's always ways around suing somebody even after you've signed a waiver. I know that firsthand. I've had a friend of mine that signed a waiver, got hurt, made a lot of money. He's missing an arm now, but he got paid for it. Kent Stamey said we can all just set our generators by Shane because he doesn't mind. If they're inverter generators, you can totally put it by my trailer. I don't care. And then Brian Waller's in the chat now. He said left brake, left brake.
That's our Brian Waller. What's up, Brian Habel?
Hey, Brian. I get excited about my peeps. You know that, Sean.
Absolutely.
My Monday night. I call them my Monday night peeps, right? Yeah. Yeah, I always get excited.
Linda, if you fly into the closest airport to MoonShiners, I will come and pick you up.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Oh,
Wow. When's that?
August 4th through the 8th.
Oh, I got lots of time to plan that shit.
it's my birthday weekend. I want lots of presents.
August 7th. Jesus, we know.
So Eric remembers, he listened.
That's right. Hey, Linda, we can just stop and pick you up on the way. We'll be passing your house.
There you go.
Yeah, pretty much, huh? Well, I don't know. In August, I might not be here at the parents because I'm waiting for another place to open up by summer. So I'm going to be out of here before August.
Where are you going to go?
You're already getting kicked out of your parents' house again?
They could
All them
never
happy
do that
hours.
to me. No, they love me too much being here. I'm serious. Probably, I'm looking at the Holland, Michigan area or Petoskey because my son lives in Petoskey. And then my
This
other-
area?
I know. Yes. See, you got it, girl. Yes. See. Okay. So my parents
there.
are down here, and then my son is in Petoskey right here, and Holland's like kind of, and Grand Rapids is like right there. So yeah,
It'll be right there.
that's right. That's how we do it, right?
Yep.
Where do you
Hey,
live? And you
Hey,
are
we got Resurgence PPG in the house, by the way.
What's
Oh,
up?
yeah. Welcome. So, and whoever picked up Linda, I want to see them with a chauffeur hat and roll out a little red carpet for her.
The problem with that is she won't be able to fit that big head of hers after that into the vehicle.
Oh gosh. That'd be cute though.
I'm the queen.
Hey, Sean, have you given that topic any more thought on the wing?
Which particular topic?
Donation.
The wing. The wing.
The special. The special.
Well, I think the topic is something that you and I need to talk about, not on.
No, not here, but I'm asking you. I'm asking you, have you thought about it?
I've been thinking a lot about it. What are you doing tomorrow? Anything? Give me a call.
Sure.
For all of you that are wondering, don't worry, it'll all be revealed on Monday. Monday.
Amy?
Yes,
Kent said, don't forget, his birthday's March 17th. He will be at Kylo's.
So
he's
now
gonna
we
be
know.
he's gonna be at Kyle's on the 17th, not this weekend, but the 17th.
March 17th.
Okay.
So when he'll be in class, he's training with Kylo.
Yeah.
And you guys are supposed to go down and meet Kent Stamey.
Yeah, I think he's going to be there from the 12th of March until the end of the next week, maybe the 20th or 21st. And I really want to go down there and hang out with them. And Kyle and everyone. Maybe that's what we can do, guys. How would we go down and hang out with Kent and Kyle one of the weekends that you said that you guys were going to come down here?
Yeah, why don't you do that?
Yeah.
Then you can just do it here.
Exactly.
That'd be freaking awesome.
We'll have a bunch of other
You get to meet Kyle. Have you met Kyle before?
No, not yet. He was on our podcast, like episode number 2, way back in the day. But I've never. I mean, so I chatted with him, but I've never actually, hung out with him.
Are you okay with doing that like that?
Was that?
Are you okay with changing venue?
Yeah, I like to drive. I like to fly. It doesn't make any difference.
Hey, Dave
What's
Wolf.
up, there, peeps?
Dave Wolf said Mark George is looking damn dapper tonight.
We had date night.
Yeah, I'm losing all my hair. I want to look like Shane one day.
Did y'all see the video he put in our ClearProp group?
Yeah, I saw that you're catching a shrimp or something.
I told him it was a good thing that shrimp didn't go any further back. My chair would have flipped over.
What's up, Brian?
Mr. Waller.
Hey, what's happening, fellas? Sorry, I don't have my normal lighting set up, man. I figured this was kind of a laid back show.
This is just laid back talking about flyings and paramotors.
Hey, Sean, I just had an idea.
Yeah.
I know you mentioned the other night we're talking about guinea pigs, and I said no later, but since we're changing venue and all that, talking about going to Kyle's, do you just want to tell them what you were talking about the other night?
What do you think?
I'm okay if you're okay.
What the heck are y'all? I don't even know what y'all talking about.
I think we got too much picture of Mark in the picture. Can you put that camera back the other way? Thank you.
I'm gonna wrap that out.
So what did I miss? Y'all give me the quick rundown, man, on the MoonShiners.
August 4th to the 8th. It's my birthday weekend, so everybody's bringing a present for my birthday for August the 7th. We talked about the menu of what we're going to be cooking, and I'm doing the desserts. Even though it's my birthday, I'm still going to do the desserts for that weekend. And there's a $20 camping fee on the property. Bring a generator. Make sure your camper's full of water. There's a $10 ramp fee for those who want to put their equipment trailer, park it on the ramp at the airport. Let's see, no vendor fee because they don't want the liability. But Shane talked about how even though you have a waiver of liability, you can still sue someone if you're severely hurt, like someone he knows who lost an arm and still won a lawsuit even though they signed a waiver. And Sean found out, hey, they've got instrumentation to let you know about other planes in the area for our safety.
Holy
There you
pizza.
go. Hey, I heard it's somebody's birthday that weekend. Whose birthday is it?
Nobody's.
C'est moi.
So is it an actual airport? Is it an actual airport or somebody's backyard?
Actual
No, it's an airport.
It's a
Okay.
it's a real live airport. Even though it's in the Tennessee mountains, by golly, they know how to make an airport.
I would just like to say before Amy's birthday would be the start of August 4th, which is the wife's birthday. So bring presents for both of them.
Chris,
Oh man.
August, August 4th is Krista's birthday.
Well, wait a minute.
Okay. I will
Yours-
have Krista's birthday present. I will hook her up.
Well, I got to go back to that
And
adult
we
store
ditched
and
my
get
birthday
your.
for EAA.
Do
What's
what?
that? Jade, what'd you say?
We ditched my birthday on EAA.
Well, I will get you both new helmet ornaments from the adult store.
Holy
What?
moly.
Hey, wait. Is this show still PPG rated, man, or we're not worried about that tonight?
No, we
Apparently
haven't
there's
worried
no
about it.
swear jar, and this is just talk about paramotors and hang
Oh.
out.
Yeah, Brian, you already missed it. Mark already ruined all that, so there's no swear
Yeah.
jar.
Mark
You-
ruined it
Amy.
Ron,
horribly.
you've lost
Amy.
control.
I
Amy,
didn't
just
swear.
No, but you
Amy?
said word.
hold on, Amy and
Yes.
Jade. For a hint on what your presents will be, all I'm going to just do is this.
All you do, I'm going to ask you, is it suction cupped?
Oh my
Yeah, it's going to have a suction cup, and if anything goes through
Alrighty,
your
I want
prop,
to see it.
I
if
wanted
anything
to
goes
see-
to a prop, you will
Look.
never tell anybody what went through your prop.
Hey, no, but I might have a
Oh,
picture.
my
That's going to
goodness.
be on your helmet.
Oh
What?
my goodness. Hey,
I might have a picture of what your netting can catch.
we don't want to accidentally have that thing fall off, go through a prop and break it, because what are you going to tell everybody what broke your prop?
That's what I'm saying. You'll never tell anybody what broke your prop. Must have been a
I
bird
would.
strike.
But if
My-
you're a guy, you can't tell anybody, but I can tell somebody.
Oh, just a tip.
Hey, Will, how's it going, brother? I'm looking forward to flying with you this weekend, man.
Yeah, man, we're gonna be seeing each other here in a couple of days.
Dude, I can't wait, man.
Yeah.
The fly in is 20.
Yeah, man.
Oh, that's awesome.
Did you see
Who
the-
else in this panel is coming?
Did you guys see the weather report for Swanee?
No.
Yeah, perfect.
and
With
rain.
top with perfect.
Oh yes, I can't wait.
Wish I could go there. I am so jelly.
Dude, it was 70 degrees here and no wind, and I didn't fly today. I was just too tired, man. I spent all day working on the greenhouse, putting up netting and stuff, and I missed a great opportunity to fly. But sometimes you get other stuff you got to work on, man.
That's right.
Yep.
Dude, it's-
Sometimes
Same
that
thing here.
happens.
I had 65 degrees all day. Didn't get to fly. I had to work all damn day.
Damn.
Mm.
What's going on, Nick? How are you, man?
I'm doing okay. Just got done with after 3 fly-ins. Spent 4 days at home, and I'm back on the road again, doing fly-ins and working.
So that's all you're doing now, Nick, is you're just doing fly-ins. What's the last fly-ins that you've been to?
I was at Salton Sea, Flying Circus. Went to Glamis Dunes and flew. We flew up in Arizona to a different airport. I got to fly an airport here in Virginia already. And I'll be going another airport later in the week, and then I'm going up to Florida for 3 weeks.
How do you afford such a thing? How can you afford to just keep on going to fly-ins? I don't get it.
Well, the company I work for, I'm working as I'm out. So, like, I'm on a very, very high-paying job right now. Except for it's going to take me longer than expected. I tipped the excavator on its side today.
You did.
Yeah, I slipped in the hole here about an hour ago and flipped it on its side. So I got to get it dug out tomorrow.
Were you wearing your seatbelt?
Hell no.
Did you come tumbling out of it?
No, I held on to the joystick, tried to right it, and then I had to try to figure out how to get out after I shut it down because I didn't want to fall in the pit full of water I was sitting over.
My goodness gracious. Unbelievable. So your job is allowing you to go out to all these fly-ins and you tip over a excavator. You may not have his job anymore.
I run the company.
Oh, you're the owner?
I own my own company. I work for a maintenance company. We do all the Dollar Generals, Walgreens, all kinds of different big corporations.
Must be nice.
There's going to be a new camper, possibly a new truck here soon because I think 380,000 miles of mine's about to have to get the maintenance done.
Probably. Hey, Brian Haybill, did you say that you went to a fly-in before too?
Yeah, I've been to a few of them. Which one?
Yeah. Which ones you gone to?
So I went to Swanee last fall. It was awesome. Right before that, I went to Fly If You Got It, Flyin. That's where I met Will and Nick for the first time. That's where I met Shane for the first time. I met JP at Swanee. I went to Palm Bay last year, just briefly for the day, but didn't spend much time there. Probably 4 or 5 hours. That was it.
Should come down to Arizona, man.
So one of the things I'm trying to figure out.
Forgot me, Brian.
One of the things that I'm trying to figure out, since I've never been to a fly-in before, and that's the whole reason why we're doing this podcast, is what to expect at a fly-in. So
total freaking chaos.
Is it chaos?
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something. I went to EFD, Endless Foot Drag, last year, and that's the only huge event that I've been to, and they had it down to what was supposed to be done. They had the rules laid out. They had a rules sheet. You had a sign in. Everybody had numbers. Every day we had a pilot briefing at 4 o'clock. Every day.
Yeah.
What do you mean everybody had numbers? What does that mean?
I think you had a registered pilot number or whatever. I mean, I don't know what that was. It was whatever they filled in.
Did you have to wear a number like you're running a marathon?
No.
They planned on doing that. They originally wanted to have people put number, a big round number on your cage, but then they kind of at the end didn't do it.
So, but I like the fact that they had a pilot briefing every day, because if there were issues arising, they were things that could be addressed immediately, so there weren't more mistakes happening. They'd go over, they had events laid out for every day, like kite wars and different things. They had classes. A lot of your experts were there, guys that know how to repack chutes and safety precautions. A lot of people that were instructors. So every day they had classes set up that you could go attend and listen to the speakers. And it was very informative. I really enjoyed it myself. I'll tell you though, a week of that, you're wore out after that week. I promise you.
During a fly-in, how many flights do you normally get? I mean, do you normally go out and fly, or is it more of a, you just go up and fly for a little bit and then hang out with friends? I mean, what do you guys normally do?
I mean, it's different.
Us,
of course, we were a vendor, so I had to try to fit in my flying in the mornings and the afternoon, and the day I was pinning the tent, and dealing with customers. But mostly it's flying when you can fly and mingle and hang out and eat and drink and have a good time.
Interesting.
Yeah. I've only been a few, man, and the rules have kind of been across the board. I had one fly-in that I went to that there was never a safety meeting at all, ever. And, I saw at one point where there was 5 people, beginners or paramotor pilots that were lining up and setting out their wings, trying to take off cross runway. And one dude just flew low and buzzed everybody and blew up all their wings. So I mean, there's bad moments, man. There's accidents. I literally watched a guy at Swanee break his back.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's stuff happens. They say if bring extra props, go to fly-ins to watch and entertain yourself, but not to fly. Is basically with a rule of thumb in training, especially for beginners. I went to my first flying at Swanee where I flew with a lot of people. Dude, I was in the air and there was probably 50 other paramotor pilots in the air with me at the same time in a small one square mile airspace. And I was trying to get on the ground, and it took me a while to get a clear landing to the ground because there was too many people and there was no communications. There was no general line of communications. Nobody's on the same frequency. You might get 2 or 3 people that are flying together that are flying on the same frequency, can communicate with each other. The rest of the people have no comms. So a lot of them are free for alls, man. You know what you get into.
I think the biggest thing I'm worried about is with all the pilots in the air, because I've seen some of these videos where people are at fly-ins and there's just so many people everywhere. I think I'm worried more about, you know, midair collision. How often does that happen?
Keep your head on a swivel.
Right, but how often does that happen at a fly-in midair collision?
We had two of them at Salton Sea. One at Moe's, and then we had one death out there at Flying Circus.
Yeah, I saw that. Like at Swanee, they told people when they got there, when they had a couple of safety briefings, was tell people to stay in a left-hand pattern. You know, so there's certain things you can do, but you got a lot of
Swanee.
people.
That's because of the airport.
Yeah,
stay in a pattern.
Yep.
Always familiarize yourself in an airport. They either have a left or right hand pattern. That's what you need to stay in. The aircraft know to look for you.
I guess the biggest thing about Swanee is they have a medical helicopter there, and when it comes or goes, you get the hell out of the way. It comes first. No, it's not because it'll knock you out of the sky, but they're going or coming back from a call or going to a call, and the last thing you want to do is slow up getting someone medical help by being in the damn way. So when that thing starts turning on the ground, you either fly away or get down and get out of the way. And they'll tell you 52,000 times, do not fly over the runway. You only get your warning is when they tell you don't fly over the runway at Swanee. So don't fly over the runway.
I think the only rule on flying over at EFD was not flying over the campers or over the hangars. We weren't supposed to do that.
And don't mill above the field. They want you to take off. You could go out in the field out past the landing and takeoff zone.
Yeah. They didn't want you hanging around the LZ for sure.
But I mean, everybody was real respectful with that at that event. And even at like at Moe's Flying Circus, which there's 150 guys in the air at one time, it was everybody was watching out for each other. There was no major issues. Even though there was, at times there'd be 100 guys in a half-mile area just flying together.
Going back to the new pilots, I still consider myself a very new pilot, even though I got just over a year. Something to remember as a new pilot, if you're not one of the first ones up in the morning, you're going to have a hard time getting in line and taking off. You're going to feel a lot of pressure. And in the evening time, everybody's going to come in pretty much at the same time. So remember that if you can land 15, 20 minutes before the sun goes down, you'll have a lot more room. You'll have less obstacles, which is people coming and landing and taking their wings up off the field. I did that at Dave Purden's. If I wasn't one of the first couple ones up in the morning, I felt too much pressure. I still flew, but it was hectic. But I went live on Facebook almost every night that I was there because I landed probably a good 30 minutes before I had to, just so I didn't have so much of the obstacles on coming in to land.
Yeah, same here, man. Yeah, I did the same thing as Swanee. I landed. It was perfect flying conditions. There was a bunch of paramotors in the sky. I want to watch the sunset, but I knew if I waited and watched the sunset, I was going to be coming in with 30 other people.
Yeah,
and I was still a beginner.
I still like to land before sunset just because, I know it gets really dark really quick. And during the summertime, the mosquitoes and the bugs just swarm like immediately after the sun sets. And that's a bother. I don't like that. Bugs. Ew.
Don't come to Florida. Good Lord.
Been to Florida. I dig it.
Not at that time of night.
Well, hey, Sean,
yeah.
We came on, you were talking about the MoonShiners, and we got sidetracked on Swanee, I think. But so what's your plan, man, on MoonShiners? You're coming, right?
100% I'm going. This is the only one that I actually plan on doing just because of everything that's going on in life, right?
Okay.
But I will make sure that from the 4th to the 8th, I will make sure that my work is taken care of, and I will make it there no matter what's going on in my life. I mean, cross our fingers, nothing horrible happens, but as far as I'm concerned, I will make it there and this is the only one that I'm going to make it to. So I'm going to make it to this one. Who wants to be there and who wants to hang out? Make like a big ClearProp get together over at MoonShiners. I would love to do such a thing.
Yeah, man, I'm going to be there, brother, and I'm going to do what I can do to help you get there. I'm planning a trip to New England, July and August time frame, anywhere from 4 to 8 weeks, to however long I can make it work with the greenhouse. I'm going up to Maine, Pennsylvania, Connecticut, New York. Got a bunch of people I want to fly with up there, and I'm going to plan on probably hitting this one on the way back. But I will be there. Whatever it takes as far as scheduling goes, I plan on meeting you there, man, for the first time. For sure, brother.
We're going to party like it's 1999.
Oh, yeah.
I
started partying in 1999. I hadn't stopped yet.
Well, we got some birthdays that we have to, celebrate while we're there. We're going to just get together and, get together as a big ClearProp, peeps and stuff like that. And we just got to go. I mean, we got to make it happen. Shane said he's going to make steaks, I think. And Amy said she's going to bring her special pies. So this is going to be good. I'm excited.
Sean, Kent was talking in the chat earlier about that. If we can do like maybe whoever on the panel wants to join in or whatever, we kind of throw a donation together and we just make a big cook out of it all weekend long.
That would be awesome.
And we can, cook breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and everything's already covered and paid for.
Oh, I like that. So what you're saying is, let's put some money in the pot for ClearProp food, buy all the food. Then for the time that we're there, we don't have to worry about spending any money for food. We got it.
Hey, there's this pirate that you might know that lives in the North Carolina area.
Yeah.
And he's going to be there. And he also has access to all kind of organic meat. He's got buddies that's got farms. And when we came to Florida a couple of weeks ago, he showed up with all kind of meat, man. We cooked all kind of sausage and steak and pork chops. He's going to be bringing us some stuff, man. Brooke, hook us up.
I hope he's out there and hope he hears us. Is he in the chat? Is he listening to this?
I don't know, but he'll hear me.
When you call him.
Yeah.
Like, yo, this is what we're going to do. Hey, I also heard too that we might have a new co-host on the show.
On which show?
On our ClearProp show.
I like that, Shane. Which
I think there's
I got so many going on.
I think that there's something called ClearPropTV.com.
There it is. I was just trying to get a drop plug in there, Brian.
I wonder how many people that are watching this on a Friday night are like, so who are these people? I've never seen them before. Well, we normally hang out on Monday nights over at ClearPropTV.com, and it's 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern that we get together and we go live. And if you want to know where we are, you just go to ClearPropTV.com. What was that? I think it was ClearPropTV.com. And there's a lot of people on this panel that we all know by .coms, like Shane. He is
PPGShane.com.
That's right. And Linda, she is
Paramount.
Linda is
Paramount. Oh.
Whoa,
USA.
Kent Stamey. Kent Stamey in the chat just dropped $50 on y'all.
What?
Yes.
And
shout out.
Good job.
And why are you not on here chatting with us, brother? Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
I think he's at work.
Oh, gotcha.
I could be wrong. My man's got the worst. He's got the third shift. He's got the worst doggone schedule I've ever seen. He works from like
that $50 donation says ClearProp MoonShiners meal plan.
So there we go. I think we got steaks for the first night.
Sorry. Can't wait to meet you, brother. Can't wait to meet you, man.
Absolutely.
Brian, do me a
Thank
favor.
you so much.
when you meet Kent, just walk up and just jump at him because you won't move him. He's a big mountain of a man. Wait, you did meet him, Brian. You didn't meet him at Vail? He was at Vail, North Carolina.
Then I did meet him probably.
He had him and the other guy went to that other unidentified school.
Wait. No, it's not the guy you said were hooked in backwards because I met him.
That's him. That's
him. Dude, this was a skinny guy, smaller than me.
No. Kent is a very large man, and he hooked in backwards, and that's how he and I met because I just felt like
Charlie is the guy I remember.
Okay,
hooked in backwards.
There were 6 pilots. Well, I should say there were 6 ex-students.
I gotta go get some more vodka. I'll be right back.
All right. If I remember correctly, there were 6.
Amy, do you still have ears or did they stay in the helmet?
Amy's muted.
I played around, so I put my helmet on. So I put this on. I said, "That's a bicycle. I mean, the motorcycle football helmet. Look, I didn't want." And he went and ripped it off. I was like, "You about took my earring out." Because we first tried to do it, the cheese strap was still on. Then he would pull it off and do it. I was like, "Ow, my earring!" He's like, "Oh my gosh!" So yeah, my right ear is really red. My earring almost got ripped out. So Bill, we got a new helmet. So Bill, this is my helmet. That was Mark's. And it didn't have that football motorcycle look I didn't want. And I got this. It's the only one that looks good on me. And Bill, we're getting it Tiger Shot Hydro Drip. So there we go.
I don't think you can wear the earrings with the helmet though, Amy.
No.
The earrings will kind of like squish your little earlobes and like fall,
Well, the other times I've gone up and had a helmet on, I've always had these earrings in. Mark got them for me for Valentine's one year, and I've never taken them out. The only time they've come out when the back came off one time, but I found it. But I've always flown with them in too, with helmets.
Okay.
This is the first time Mark's taken a helmet off of me.
Hey, let me ask
you. The earrings.
Hey, Kent Stamey in the chat, if you could put in there if you met Brian or not at Vail. He had Major, the white American Bulldog.
Oh shit! I'm gonna change it. Here we go.
Brian, I don't know if did you get any good Lord, did you get any honey, homemade honey from
Yes, I got two or 3 jars of honey.
Yes. Okay, so it was a heavy set older guy, and then there was Kent, just a gigantic mountain of a man. When you see him, you can't. He's not forgettable. He's so large.
I think I know who you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah,
the big ass dude that gave me the jar of honey. Yes.
Yeah. You took it because you were scared not to.
Yeah. Hey, dude, that was some good honey. I put it on a couple butts and smoked it, man, just like you taught me, and I made a lot of people happy.
Yeah, this weekend I have held on to that honey since the fly-in, and I've used it a couple times, but I've been very sparingly with it. I'm bringing it this week or next weekend to the fly-in because I'm doing 2 pork butts over there. So.
Do we need to plan a menu?
On what? On next weekend?
No, for MoonShiners, what to eat. Like,
I guess we could. I mean, we have plenty of time. I mean, we got a minute or two.
Kent Stamey said yes. Brian was the very first person I spoke to.
I would like, if I could, I would like to share a couple things real quick. First of all, one of the things that we're doing over on ClearProp is we're giving away personalized flags, the big ones. We also are doing some other smaller ones, and we're getting some new productions in. We just got these in today to see the quality. And this is what we got going on right now. These are the ones that hang this way, and they're printed on both sides. And yes, that is my real phone number. If you want to text me, let me know who you are, and we can be para friends. So I figured that this would be something really. So I got this because I figured if I'm parking someplace and I'm flying, if I put this in the window and have it hanging, then people know how to contact me if they want to get up with me. And I think it's really cool. Got this one. This is the packaging, by the way. Really nice packaging. And it...
Sean, I tried that same sales tactic with the wife where we first met. Very nice packaging.
But bump.
Zany.
So it comes with these. It comes with these clips right here, which is pretty cool. It comes in a nice bag, and
you got all going on.
well, you know, I mean, these are the things that we're going to be trying to sell and to give away. And like I said, we're putting these out there with all sorts of different designs. So this is one I got for Tommy.
That's cool.
You're making noise, Linda. So we got this design. We can put your .com in there, and you can say whatever you want to say. I just put, I'm the one you see flying the Paramotor, ClearPropTV. And once again, both sides. So that's what I wanted to show you guys. So we got a bunch of different fun things that we're going to be putting together, that we're going to be selling, and the proceeds are going to be going to help disabled veterans with their equipment after they go through training and they need equipment. So that's what we're doing to do it. Plus, instead of donating to the show, which totally, I appreciate you, but instead of donating, how about you buy things that are really cool and the proceeds go to help ClearProp and other things. That's what we're trying to do. Even though we love the donations, it seems to be more fun when you can say, hey, I'm going to donate $50 and then you get something in the mail. That's cool. So that's what we're doing. Thank you for letting me, take the stage from y'all.
I have a question for Will. Will Fly, what are you expecting to experience at this Swanee fly-in?
I'm expecting pretty much what I had at Flight If You Got It. Just hanging out with a bunch of guys and talking and learning some new stuff and seeing some new things. As a matter of fact, hold on. Be right back.
He's going to go for a jog. He'll be back in 5 minutes.
I thought he was going to say same thing I got from the other fly-in, an STD.
This just came in the mail today. If you can see it. If I get it just right.
You gotta take that background off.
Might take the background off.
Jade, did you say it's big and black? What'd you say? What? Don't make that face at me, girl.
Long. I guarantee you it is really long.
Tell if someone if someone sees Tommy out there, don't don't tell him about the flag yet. He doesn't know about it yet.
Oh.
Okay, here we go.
Eric, I don't think Jade can handle both of us in one weekend, just so you know, right?
Can you see it?
No, let me spotlight you so we can see. I see something black and white.
Night tube tail, black and white.
Yeah.
Oh, what is that?
It's a tube tail.
I don't understand.
I want one of them.
You hang it off the back of your wing.
Sweet.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah. Well, the reason I thought about it is because I saw this at Flight If You Got It, and man, that is really cool. It's just see if I can get that to where you can see it. It fills with air.
So it's like a windsock.
Yeah.
But you hang it off the back of your paramotor, right?
Yeah. No, you hang it off the back of your wing.
Okay, same thing.
No, wing is different than paramotor.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm
how much
excited
did you get
to
for
try
that?
that. Has anyone tried one of these?
No.
I haven't, but we flew in Galveston this year, and there's a guy down there that had a 30-foot one, and he was flying with it with no issues.
Quintana.
Well, I hate to admit it, his is longer than mine.
What line do you clip it on?
Like
There's
your
the
D-line.
center.
Like
You know,
what?
There's the center line. It's not really the center. It's just to the left, just like you would attach your chase cam, or just to the right.
It's your D-line, I believe.
So it'd be your C
Yes.
line because you don't want to put it on the D line because that can.
It's where the D line, I guess, would fasten.
That's right. There, some Paramotor wings have a little loop up there.
Yes, on the loop.
Yep.
And the only thing that I did change is I created a new bridle because I didn't like the flimsy one that came with it. So I went to Lowe's and got a.
Oh yeah.
So just for fun, can you stretch it out real quick? Since so we can we really want to see how long it is.
Yeah. We want to see the length of it.
Yeah, Sean's always asking random guys. I'm gonna see how long it is.
Yeah, Jade might want to look at it if she wants one.
Yeah, Jade thinks she wants one.
I want to know where you got it from.
I mean,
again.
hook
Is
it up
like
to your monitor or something, then
That's
stretch
what
it
I'm
out
gonna do.
down through the hall.
Hey guys, let's try not to over talk one another.
All right.
Over what?
Let's not try to over talk one another like that.
What'd you say? You broke up.
Well,
Jade.
yeah,
What?
yeah.
Look at him, he's gone.
We're all super
Hey,
excited.
Doug, how long is that thing?
That's
Yeah,
a big
what-
piece to handle.
Will, what'd you say the length of that was?
20 feet.
It's a magnum.
No, we're talking about your wiener.
20 feet.
No, the one that just ran by.
For all of you that are listening to
Little
this
black wiener that
podcast,
I pet often.
so for all of you that are listening to this podcast and wonder what we're talking about,
Yeah,
no worries.
Me,
Just
I'm
go
like,
over
what?
to-
What is this, Sean?
Just go over to
Oh, that's
ClearPropTV.com.
That just goes to show some of the fun stuff that comes out of going
That's
to a
right.
fly-in.
Yeah.
you know?
So you're showing us that the more things that are fun, big things are really more fun, right?
Wow.
Wow.
So when I get behind you,
Sean.
so Will, when I get behind you and it becomes a 10-foot ribbon, don't look at me.
Yeah. Okay.
Is this it? Is this what we're talking about?
Yes. Yes.
So-
That's the same color.
Heck yeah, man. That's
Who
my
got
buddy
that?
Brooks
Who got that?
Sheffield. He's a pirate. He's gonna be on our show soon.
What does he have a .com?
PPGpirate.com.
Why are we getting such an echo now?
That was just me saying .com at the same time.
.com.
Everybody's saying .com at the same time.
Hey, Will,
So
what was that website?
PPG.
Oh man. I can.
You said fly it like you got it or something.
Hey,
No,
hey,
that
I'll
was the
tell you what,
fly-in
Jade.
that I went to where I saw that tail for the first time.
Oh,
Jade, if you'll
That's
go,
what-
if you'll
Heard
go,
that story before, man.
hey Jade, if you'll go to Stunt Kite, if you'll go to any of the Stunt Kite websites, you'll be able to find that tail.
okay.
So you can always find a tail at a .com. Good deal.
Right.
Hey, but let me ask you this: isn't there something in our FAR 103 about having like flags on us? Is that not considered a flag?
I've seen
is it-
I've
is it-
seen nothing but internet people all over the internet flying Trump flags and from their feet, from their wings, and everything else, and you don't see anybody getting in any trouble, do you?
The reason
I'm not
why
asking if you get in trouble. I'm just asking if
No.
it's part of the 103.
the reason why it's not a so like Tucker got, he could not fly to his flag. Tucker got flag off the back of his wing because he gets paid. You can't get paid for advertisement. So if I flew my wing with my my flag, and I don't get in trouble because I don't make any money off of YouTube. So what they're trying to do is keep, let's say, Ron Johns from calling me up saying, "Hey, I'll give you $500 to fly up and down the beach with our banner behind you." I couldn't do that. That would be against the FR 103. But if you're not making any money, you can fly your own flag or what have you.
So Shane, I have a question, because I know for a fact that this happens because we've investigated it, because one of my early partners in Paraswag wanted to look at doing this and getting sponsorships. But we've seen even locally hang gliders, or not hang gliders, but skydivers have customized wings with advertisements for Remax coming in and dropping into football games and stuff. So what's the difference in that?
I don't know. You got Charlie Soap. His whole wing is Charlie Soap wing. I don't know where that.
I had their logo on big wings and stuff that they shipped out. Nirvana's got their stuff all over their wings.
I think what it is, like on advertising, as far as like on your wing, as long as someone doesn't pay you to put that on your wing, they just give it to you or gift it to you, you can take it. But I don't think they can say, "Hey, I'm going to, pay you to put this on your wing, and now I want you to go fly over here and then fly over there." As soon as someone directs you where to fly, then that's illegal. If you just have it on your wing and you just fly like you normally do, I'm going to fly where I want to. You can do that, and that's legal. If you fly your paramotor in a movie, if you just happen to be flying around and somebody's filming it and they put it in a movie, that's legal. But if a director says, "Hey, fly your paramotor over this way, across this way, so I can get this shot," that's illegal.
So
It has to be-
Todd from Resurgence says you can't advertise or fly for profit.
Yeah.
So if Remax gives a paramotor pilot a wing,
a free wing,
a free wing,
that's a gift, right?
It's perfectly legal. I was given my flag from Craig Taylor, WickedWingLogos.com. So Linda doesn't know it, but she started a trend, by the way. No one on the panel can say .com. It's always .com. It's always dramatic. But anyways, Sean, Todd also says Sean is correct. Both of my wings have logos on them. So if you're gifted something, it's not paid for profit, or not given for profit. I don't know. You're not paid to fly it. You're given something that you end up flying.
But that's something. But that's like on your wing, though. But as far as like a banner or something towed behind it, I think there's something that said in the FAR 103 or some of the rules that said that you're not allowed to pull a banner behind you, no matter what it says. It could just be like a red, white, and blue banner. It doesn't have to say anything, but isn't there something that says that we can't have a banner?
Todd,
where you at?
Todd.
Because I know that you can put advertisements or something on a wing as long as you don't get paid for it, but still it's that banner thing, towing a banner. I think that is.
I'm starting to think that I saw a
illegal.
video of someone having a guy fly a paramotor with a banner saying, "Will you marry me?" And the guy asked her, was on the ground. When she looked up, saw the banner, then when she turned around, he was on the ground on his knee with a ring. That's how he proposed to her.
He didn't propose to her. The reason a guy gets down on his knee is not to propose to her.
Shut up, Sean.
I know who he's proposing to. And I can correct you, because then I'll be saying too much.
Yeah, but a banner is like advertising, though. I think that's what they're referring to.
Yeah.
Right.
So banners
So you can fly any banner as long as it's not for advertisement.
Kent Stamey says if anybody wants to give him a free wing, they can put whatever they want on it.
Hey, I'm the same way. Whatever you want.
I don't know about all that.
Okay, whatever they want on it, that's kind of broad. I would be careful.
Yeah.
No,
I'm
seriously.
thinking-
I don't care what it says. Don't care. I don't care what .com it is.
We're gonna put a picture
Okay.
that Amy sent me from the
Yeah.
store that her and Kristen went.
I will
hook
fly
you up.
that, and I will be happy with my new wing. I'm okay with that.
Hey guys,
You'll be happy with it.
No, I don't either.
I
I
really
love
don't
chatting
think
with
you
y'all,
are.
man. I really do, man. But I got a couple other things I need to do tonight. But as far as this chat was about was the fly-in at MoonShiners. Sean, I got you covered, man, on gas. Don't worry about that. Okay.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that.
And I know you hadn't received a check from me yet. I'm still calculating. What are you pulling a camper? You gonna get 8 miles per gallon, or are you coming on a
No, I'm just
Toyota
gonna be,
Corolla?
no, I'm just gonna be taking the Jeep. It gets about good 20 miles to the gallon on the highway. I plan on staying in the Jeep in the back. I'm gonna put I guess a mattress or something there.
You won't have to do that, Sean.
What?
Oh hell, that I got a Winnebago.
Everybody's got campers.
Everybody's got campers. I'm
Just
fine.
the size you want to sleep with.
Well,
Hey, I don't know. My wife may not be coming, so I can't say that.
You know what I meant. You know what I meant.
wait a minute. No, I got a comment about my wife may not be coming.
Oh,
all right. So Sean,
Yeah.
I'm bringing my 14-man tent. If you bring an air mattress and whatever else you need, you can stay there with me. If you're too good for that, you can go spend the night with the Winnebago there. Or I believe Jade, and I'm not going to volunteer them, but I believe they have a toy hauler.
It seems like
Yeah,
there's
you can
lots
have
of
the
different.
back bedroom.
Seems like there's lots. Well, I'm going to be there for what? All day, the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. I mean, that's 5 days. I can sleep with 5 different people. I mean,
Well,
with 5, I can sleep in the same. Shut up.
You go, man.
I'm glad you're my friends, or else I'd disown you.
Linda's like, maybe I should go.
I was just like back in the background here, just listening to all this. So like, oh, okay.
You
Nice.
guys.
Yeah,
You guys.
So
Guys,
we want to hit
guys.
Bad Apples, EFD, and MoonShiners. I'll make a promise to you guys. We will definitely make MoonShiners if we don't make anything else.
Hey,
And that's
I
what
will-
I, that's
Because I
my-
want to see
that's
all
my
you
plan, too.
guys. I want to meet all you guys.
And I want a good birthday.
I will tell you guys right
Brian,
now.
Brian told me to keep rolling, so we just.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
hey
I'm
guys,
just kidding.
I'm having a sneezing fit, and I got something else going on. But literally, I'm gonna bail. Hey, I'm gonna bail.
Hey,
Brian, y'all take
Yeah,
care.
man.
Man.
Hey, we'll see y'all all at a fly-in soon. I can't wait. Sean, dude, MoonShiners, I can't wait. Next weekend, whoever is at Swanee, we're gonna rip it up. Weather's supposed to be awesome.
Yeah.
Shane, I'm sorry, Skinny Chef Shane. He apparently knows how to cook some stuff, so maybe we'll eat. We'll see.
Will be there as well.
Will fly, dude.
Yeah.
Looking forward to seeing you again, brother. No
Me
doubt.
too. Yeah, a few days ago. Coming.
Heck yeah, man. We're gonna do some barrel rolls and all kind of good stuff.
On the ground. You
Infinite
bringing
tunnels.
barrels? We can roll over.
Heck yeah. Peace out, guys. See you next time.
Brian, I hope you don't have hay fever.
Hey.
Hey.
All right.
Have a
Peace.
good one. Thanks, Brian.
So
Well-
if you guys have ever seen the any of the videos from the MoonShiners fly-ins, the scenery is to die for. If you've never
Has
Sean,
anybody here on the panel right now been to MoonShiners before?
nope.
Not. Anybody have video that they would like to share? Like post a video of the MoonShiners flying in the chat. Maybe
If you type in on YouTube, Sean, MoonShiners, whatever, because I've watched a couple, or actually, if you go to their page, I think they have video from people
The
that have
Facebook
uploaded.
page.
Yeah, they have uploaded video. The scenery, I'm telling you right now, I am so super excited about just that alone.
Yeah.
I live in Florida. Everything's flat. So, you know, you don't really get rolling hills of any kind, but up there, that's why I was such a big fan of Dave Purdon's is the mountains. I don't know if you call them mountains or hills. I'm from Florida. They were gigantic, so I call them mountains. But
Mountains and hills.
it was amazing.
I've watched a lot of video and it looks like Arkansas. Really beautiful. Matter of fact, I'm kind of watching some now that I see the second annual MoonShiners fly-in, and I'm watching that video, and it looks pretty awesome. I'm pretty stoked. What's the weather like in August there? Does anybody know?
I have no idea.
If anybody's been there before, put something in the chat or in the
You
comments.
can pull
down
up.
below.
You can pull up Farmer's Almanac and see what the average temperature is that time of year.
Yeah, that's too much effort right now.
Well, that's close. That's not too far away from Asheville, right? The mountains of North Carolina. I lived there. I lived there for 20 years. So, I mean, August is still going to be hot. It's not going to be Central Florida hot, but it'll still be warm.
But the evening times, what's the evening times like roughly?
It can cool down. It's, you know, to a comfortable temperature. Definitely campable.
Well, the good thing about, flying paramotors is that no matter what the temperature is down on the ground, all you got to do is go up to 2,500 feet and it's air conditioned.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I mean, you can actually, get chills. I went up to 5,000 feet during the summertime when it was 100 degrees on the ground, and my fingers started getting numb at 5,000. So good air conditioning up there. Really.
I seriously got to get the Mile High Club. Good Lord.
I mean, you almost made it on your toes.
Yeah, I know. To 48 or 4,900 feet.
That's close enough, dude. You can call it.
No, I actually want to climb. I say this every time. I don't know why I don't. It's not like I'm scared. I have no idea.
Well, it's so cool to be flying down low and foot dragging and skimming over treetops and
chasing hogs.
Chasing hogs, kicking owls. I know, right?
No. Hey, I did think about picking up one of those piglets, though, man. When I was flying over,
just go down there and with your feet and grab it.
Yeah, just pick one up. Oh, and then I could just picture myself being in the same situation as Dell.
Well, hey,
I don't think anybody cares about the hogs. I mean, the hogs are open season because nobody likes them. They're varmints.
What's that, Will?
That's my favorite part is flying low too, but I'd like to 5,280 feet. I mean, I'm game, and I just don't want to do it by myself. So, hey, give it some thought. Maybe we can do it while we're at Swan.
There we go. Let's find out. Let's make a list of things to do over at MoonShiners, of course, maybe Swanee, but at MoonShiners, let's figure out things to do that we can all do together, like go up to the Mile High Club and fly at 5,000 some feet and hit that.
So all right. So here's the thing. At Dave Purdon's, my altitude or altimeter was set for ocean level, sea level.
Right.
So I climbed to 1,500 feet and I wasn't but 400 feet off the ground. Does that count? if I go up to 5,000?
Well, we'll have to do it, for ASL, not MSL. So,
Yeah, I was climbing above the clouds, got fogged in a little bit, and I'm like, oh, I'm 1,500 feet. And I look down, I'm like, why can I see that deer so clearly in the field? Because I'm only 400 feet off the ground.
There's some apps that you can put on. I don't know if you have an Apple Watch, but with apps, you just tap a button and it will show you what your altitude is with a little altimeter. Stupid backgrounds.
So let me ask Eric or Jade, have you guys been to the Mile High Club?
Not in the paramotors.
Ha ha!
Whack.
Anybody else on the panel? Mark, have you been to Mile High on the Paramotor?
Are y'all talking to Mark?
Yeah.
Hang on, let me go get him.
No, Amy, you can answer this. Has Mark gone to the Mile High Club on his Paramotor?
No, I don't know. Hang on.
All I hear is Eric saying, I haven't been on the Mile High on a Paramotor. And when I come back in the room.
That's
Jade
just
has
going.
Jade has the most adorable faces, dude. She doesn't realize her face. She makes the funniest faces. So Jade, what is the highest you've been in your Paramotor?
I don't know. I would say it was probably my graduation day because on the way back down, my ears were popping. So, and I don't know. It was somewhere to make my ears pop. That's all I know.
500 or 5,280 feet is 1 mile.
Correct.
So long as you get up to at least that altitude above the, above your LZ, you made it to 1 mile. And let me tell you, when you look down at that altitude, it looks high. But it doesn't scare you. It's not like a scary thing. It's like I zoomed out on Google, satellite view. So it's not that bad.
Okay,
Mark
so
was not in a mile.
Will, do you have Cena?
Like on her helmet?
No, Will, do you have communications on your helmet like Cena?
Will,
I guess I should unmute. No, I don't have Cena. But I mean, I've got, the two-way. I don't know if you have that.
No, I just have the Cena and a cell phone. I guess we'll have the cell phone when we get to a mile and say, do we want to keep going to 10?
you know what? Let's go ahead and try
10,000.
that. Hey, at MoonShiners, let's try to make it to 10. Let's go to 10,000. That'll be our goal. You guys, from here on up to August, when we get to MoonShiners, let's plan on MoonShiners getting up to 10,000 feet.
10,000 actual feet or from the sea level?
Actual feet.
I'm going with sea level.
It doesn't make any difference. Not at 10,000. But
Yeah.
to me, the reason that's kept me from doing it, I really did get spooked. I get 3,000 feet, and to me, that's like, it just, everything looks different, with your feet dangling, and it's just a perspective that you're not used to seeing.
Right. Well, see, when we cross the river here to go to the beach, we suggest anywhere from 2,500 to 3,000 to cross the river. That way, if anything happens, you're in dead center of the river and your motor goes out, you have more than twice what you need to get back.
How freaking wide is that river?
Well, listen to what I said. You have twice the amount of glide that you need to get back.
Okay,
In other words, why risk it and land 18 feet shy of the shore when you can go twice as far past the shore? But it's just a safety thing. It's roughly about the shortest. It's about a mile wide.
What river is this?
It's the Indian River Lagoon.
Okay.
And we aim for the
Where the manatees are.
Yeah, we aim for the narrowest part of the river. It may even only be 3/4 of a mile, but at 3,000 feet, you have no concerns if you're like halfway and your motor stops and you can't get it restarted. You can go downwind and make it past, because you don't only have the river to go through. When you get to mainland, the west side of the river, you have houses all the way up and down the river. So you got to make it over those as well. So I always say 2,500 to 3,000. I've never gone over that river under 3,000 feet, just for the simple fact of it gives me more than enough time to figure out where I can land.
Right.
if I have to go pizza cutting back and forth to lose altitude to land in the spot that I think is good, I would rather that than go, well, I have no choice. I have to land here and then end up in the trees or what have you.
Thank you for saying that again. I meant to ask you about pizza cutting. What is pizza cutting? I've heard that before, but I'm unfamiliar with the terminology and what that means.
All right, you got a slice of pizza. The crust is the wide point. The tip is your LZ. So if you're going to overshoot your LZ, you just start going back and forth. With each back and forth, you get smaller and smaller till you get closer to your LZ to where you can land in your LZ.
Well, that makes sense. I just never heard it like that before.
You never want to turn and go back downwind and then turn back into the wind, because you'll end up further than you really want to be on your LZ. So if you turn and go downwind, you're going faster than you realize. And then when you turn around, you go, oh crap, I'm not going to make it back to my LZ because I went further than I thought I was going to. So if you start cutting back and forth, you can lose altitude and maintain visual on your target at all times. So you just keep going back. The video where I ran out of fuel mid-flight, when I get ready to land, you see me start going back and forth because I picked out my spot where I wanted to land and I knew I was going to overshoot it. So I started pizza cutting, going back and forth until I got low enough and land somewhat where I wanted to. Because I can't land where I can over my head.
Okay.
Just wing it.
I always learn something new when talking with people that, fly paramotors, and I understand the concept and I actually do the same thing, but I've heard you say that before, but when I hear pizza, I think of the big round pie and then the different slices that you make. So when you say pizza cutting, I'm like, okay, cut it this way, cut it this way, cut it this way, cut it this way.
That's how I was taught in school.
But as a slice, like a diamond shaped slice, you're talking about going this way to the LZ. So that makes
correct.
Okay.
So you would start at the crust, which is wider. You make wide turns back and forth, left to right, going back into itself. And then not necessarily getting tighter, but as you start losing altitude and you're getting within range, you start making them a little bit shorter.
And as you go in, you get tighter and tighter and tighter.
Look at Jade's face. I love her face, dude. She kills me. She looked at Eric so disappointed. Yes, I heard him.
That Eric?
Yes.
Eric.
Yes.
I love those two. I absolutely love you, Jade. You guys crack me up.
I keep Jade on screen at all times because you never know the face she's gonna make. It's hilarious.
And she's eating now, so all you're seeing is watching her eat whatever. What are you eating?
I know, it's French silk pie. It's so good.
What? Eating what pie?
French silk pie.
What's that?
Chocolate with
pudding pie.
No,
it's like mousse, isn't it? Like a mousse, like a silk mousse.
And then it's got Cool Whip on top.
Cool Whip. Cool Whip.
Cool Whip.
Sounds like the family.
Cool Whip. All right.
You know if you run out of that silk pie and there's still Cool Whip left, I'm just saying. Eric,
you ate it wrong.
No.
That's Mark's favorite pie. Whenever he goes and wants to buy a pie, he always brings that home.
What is Nick?
Bill H said spotlight Jade eating. So they are saying they are saying that. So if you're in the chat, then
everybody's watching you, Jade. They're watching you.
I have to spotlight you eating because it's been asked in the chat, and that's just the way it works.
Yeah.
She's always them two are always, because if you watch them two, they are hilarious. They'll hit the mute and have a conversation. They'll be making faces at each other.
Hey, Jade, you got a little something on your cheek there.
I love it.
You got a little something on your cheek.
See, she don't care. She's like, oh, screw you. I'm eating pie.
Yep.
I need
Not
to
now.
I need to give Bill H a message. I'm in hope, Bill, in the morning.
Your
Your
wife?
internet broke up
Yeah,
bad.
your internet broke up. Couldn't hear you, John.
Oh, well, I'll have to get better internet.
All right, just,
No, you're
just say
good
it,
now. Try it
just say
again.
it again.
I was just telling Bill that I'm in hope, and I'll see him in the morning.
So you're hoping to meet him in the morning.
No, I'm
Yeah,
in
they're
Hope,
gonna-
Arkansas.
He's in Hope, Arkansas. He's like
But you're-
30 minutes away from us right now.
Oh,
Uh-oh. John, you've been under the radar now. They know you're within 30 minutes.
All right, just up the interstate.
here we go.
So, Amy, what is the plan then for this next weekend or two with the plans that we have? Do we want to talk about that real quick, since
Well,
since this is all private and no one's gonna hear this at all? I mean, I guess we could say.
well, that's what I was saying. I sent you that message. I didn't know if you wanted to go ahead and do that, or if you want to do my idea that I sent you a message about.
Well, let me look at your message. Oh my goodness! Stop sending me pics like this. What are you doing? Okay.
It's
Um,
just still pie. You like pie?
Yeah, I like pie. I was just that works. So somebody just texted me and said, just check and see if it works. Actually works. Yes, it works. Who is this? So somebody saw my my phone number and texted me, but they didn't tell me who it was. So yes, it works. Just tell me who it is.
God, it only took an hour later.
Is that you? Hello?
Yeah.
That's
It was
Jim?
Jim.
It's Jim.
So Jim, your area code is 306?
And your phone
Yes,
number is
sir.
Oh, well, how about that? So I'm texting to Canada?
You are.
Wow.
I'm texting to Canada A? That's pretty cool.
Don't you know?
Hey,
Forget about it.
no, that's New York. Forget
That's
about
New York.
it.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
Just say sorry.
Lordy.
With the smelly money.
Huh?
I seriously can't wait to meet Eric. I mean Jay too. I mean, oh, Jade's gonna be in for a world of hurt.
Eric fell asleep the other night when he had smelly money on.
Really? Money? What I miss? I'm sorry.
Outside, super.
Jim, didn't you have smelly money, maple syrup money?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm not making
Forgot
that up.
about that.
Hey,
I forgot about
Okay,
that.
but
Hey Jim, do me a favor. Turn
maybe
your
I
camera.
wouldn't view that as smelly.
Turn your camera back on. Grab your money and tell us what you said the other day about your money. Because that was Monday. This is Friday.
Yeah.
So even though it seemed like it was yesterday, it was the beginning of the week. So Jim, grab your money.
Grab your smelly money.
Turn on your camera.
Yeah, I was. Hey, but I gotta go get
Oh,
there
boy.
because
Putting Jay,
I,
you're putting Jim on the spot here. I don't know.
I gotta go get more.
He doesn't want
because
to
I
turn his
spent it all,
around.
right?
Everybody's talking over each other. I can't hear.
I know.
That's one of Shane's, things. It's like,
Pet
stop
peeve.
talking over each other.
Oh, it drives me nuts.
Notice how quiet I am.
Well, unfortunately, there's a little bit of a lag sometimes. You have a slow internet, so you're lagging. So you think that everyone stopped talking, and all of a sudden you're talking. But in real life, you're talking over somebody. It's not on a porpoise or a dolphin. It's just an accident.
I know. I'm that way. I do that. I do that.
It's not on a porpoise or a dolphin,
Yeah, I think.
but you whaley know you're doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, when
That's my Shady. That's my skinny chef Shane.
when I get
Okay.
on Robert's show on Thursday night, he always tells me, "Mom, I'm muting you. Mom, you're out of control."
Yeah.
So, it's just a normal thing.
So Jim, you are being spotlighted right now, so we can see what you're doing. Now tell us what's going on, because everyone in the whole world is watching right now. You have 250 million people watching you.
Yeah, potential.
So
He probably doesn't have that pile of money now because he spent it the other day.
Oh,
I did spend it, but I got another
look at,
pile. That's the
look
thing.
at that. What?
All right.
And what does it smell like?
Wait, we go to
Okay.
casino? What the heck?
This one smells
Green apple.
like
Green apples.
That's
No,
pretty
broccoli.
money. That's
broccoli.
That's Canadian
This
money.
one-
It's not
This is
real
Canadian money, guys.
It's very
this
pretty.
one.
though.
This one here.
Look how pretty it is.
Oh,
Why do you
Smells
use tinfoil with your money?
They make
Dirty
the money.
shoes.
strawberries.
They make their money in Canada smell like something. So if you scratch and sniff it, it actually smells like maple syrup.
Does it
Or-
really?
Yeah, that's what,
Blueberries.
yeah. So what is this one? Maple syrup?
What color mount smells like the strip club?
American money smells good.
Oh,
Maple syrup.
So which bill smells like maple syrup? Which is that? 100?
100.
Which one smells like a starving stripper?
Apparently the green
oh
one.
my God. Dang. Dang. Oh, I can't.
Who is that person?
I'm dying.
No comment.
I'm dying.
You know what's funny? I bet you if we had a trivia on Canada, like history, we'd have no clue.
Maybe that's what we need to do to give away things. Hey, you know what? Hey, did you guys watch that video I just did of my motor out? And I used a second camera, this one. It's a little GoPro knockoff. And I was testing it to see how well it works. So kind of like did a review as I was going down, in fire and, crashing, landing and stuff into that ditch. If you watched the video, you saw it. But anyways, I got it all on film right here. I was wondering, should we give this away now for all the people that are watching, or should we wait until Monday and give this away?
Monday.
Can I ask
Monday?
a question?
Monday.
No.
Wait till Monday.
Monday.
Can
Okay.
I ask a question?
Yeah.
No.
totally fair.
Sure.
No, Shane. What? Shane, what do you want?
Is that the $49.99 one on Amazon?
Yeah.
I use the same one. I use the same exact one.
Oh, well, there you go then.
The only difference I can tell between that and the GoPro is its stabilization is not as well as GoPro. So it's a little jumpy when you're making turns and stuff. But
how about as far as like nighttime and stuff? Like if you're doing a nighttime landing, I mean, within the 30-minute league.
I couldn't tell you. I did find out that those batteries brand new run about only 20 to 25 minutes, but I'm also using the 4K.
This one only does 1080.
Well, you should have spent $4 more and got the 4K. But
you know what? After seeing what this thing does, I'm giving it away. So obviously, that it's not as good as I thought it was going to be. But somebody that does not have a video camera will have one. Maybe we can give this away to one of the disabled vets that don't.
Yeah, I was
have
gonna
a
say
camera.
resurgence.
Yeah.
You know
See,
what I'm gonna.
This is the problem, guys. Real quick, just so you know, because Dragon Campers said Sean Simon saved me a drink. That's my son. He's coming over tonight, and he wants some of my vodka, but I think I drank it all. Sorry, dude. No, I got a whole bottle. One of the things that we have to worry about because of Resurgence PPG is that they're a 501c, which means that they have a lot of loopholes and other things that are good for 501c type of things, but bad in other ways. Like, for example, we held a raffle. which was for every $5 that you donate into the super chat, you get one spin and you win something from PPG Smoke. All that money that we just got, we cannot give to Resurgence PPG 501c because that's a raffle and that will get them in trouble. So if we're going to do a raffle or pool money to do something, it will have to be something that we do as ClearPropTV, the company, which we're going to incorporate, by the way. And that's one of the things that we want to talk about is what do we want this company to be? Do we want it to be ClearPropTV Company, LLC, Inc., or do we want to or do we want something else? So that's something that we'll talk about later, as far as like all the ClearProp managers, ClearProp officers. But because of all this money that we are donating, we have to buy something and then give that bought thing to someone, but it can't go through a 501c. Bummer. But that's okay, because what we can do on Monday is we can get a I suppose we can all put in names of the people that should get something because they're good people and need something, and we can buy something for them and then donate it to that person, but we just can't go through the 501c because that's illegal. So there's a lot of things that we have to do legally so the 501c doesn't get in trouble. So for-profit company to a nonprofit company, there's a lot of legalities and loopholes and tape that we have to watch out for. So we'll be dealing with that also. But we can, yes.
Your damn keys, which is Jordan, which is Fly Baby Fly PPG, is in the house. Just
Fly.
so you know.
What's that? What's up, Fly?
Ah, I love your dankies. Hi, your
Hey,
he's Fly.
All I know is I hope each and every one of you get to meet him.
He's awesome.
Jordan Keys. In the chat, if you could text or message yes or no on going to Swanee. Are you going to Swanee? And if so, when are you getting there? He is a very energetic young man who does not seem to stop the entire time.
I totally relate to him.
I think he walks in his bed, continuously moves, because I can't imagine him ever stopping moving. He's always moving. It's
he's my spirit animal.
He's jumped in our after show a couple of times, and I get exhausted listening to him. I mean, I can't keep up just mentally. I mean, there's so much energy. I mean, it's like he's like, how does he do it? I would love to have that much energy.
Oh my God, Amy, where are you at?
I know. She left.
No. I got something to ask her. Seriously.
Where'd she go?
She's
gone.
Seriously?
Yeah, I mean, the camera's on, but they're not there. So
okay.
Maybe she had these doggies outside, Shane.
Hold on. Let me tell you what happened. No, this is no exaggeration.
What?
So Amy and Mark came to our house.
Okay.
We had another couple come over.
Okay.
And something weird happened with this other couple. And she's the girl, a friend of ours, she said there's something about her that she picked up on her. She can't figure it out. Something like spiritual, if you will. And I'm not into this stuff. Okay. So for years, we've had these candles that you have to turn on for them to, it looks like a fake flame or whatever. Okay. And it's got my son's picture wrapped around it. So when the candle's on, you kind of see his picture in the candle. It turned on for no reason and would not shut off. No one messed with it. It just literally came on. I took the batteries out of it, put it on off, put the batteries back in it. It ran for like 8 days straight after she left.
Whoa.
And some other things had happened to this other couple of mine. And now this friend of ours says, there's something wrong with her. She's got spirits around her or something. So I wanted to ask her about it. And I just remembered it. and now she's not here.
Ah!
If they're doing anything in the bedroom, she'll be back in 30 seconds.
Oh my gosh.
I heard you,
Hey.
and that was not it.
Well, whoever's in the room next to mine is sure making a hell of a lot of noise.
Where?
Amy, did you hear my story?
No, I was folding some towels.
Okay, listen, I'm being dead serious, all jokes aside.
All right.
So you met Brian and Rachel and their daughter Violet,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
When they went home, I guess they had some phenomenon, some spiritual stuff happen at their house.
Yes.
And then after you guys left, we had a candle that's a electric candle. It looks like a flame flickering or what have you.
Yeah.
Nobody messed with it. No one touched it. And all of a sudden it just came on for no reason.
Wow.
And it would not go off. I turned it off. It's remained on. I took the batteries out of it. It was still on the off position, put the batteries back in, and it burned for like 6 days after that.
Really?
The ghost.
Yeah.
Is this like a joke you're leading up to? Is this
Nope.
for real?
Nope. This is dead serious.
I totally believe this.
Wow.
I totally
You know
Watch-
what?
spiritual.
Watch this. Let me summons the wife.
Let me tell you this. You know what I think?
Huh.
I think it's because we were talking about Gage, and we were talking about that experience and talking about Abby Rose and
Oh.
the experience
Oh,
she
yeah.
had when she was 4, and she
Yeah,
still had some, and we were just talking about that. And I think that might be why.
Okay, so Krista just came into the room. What had happened with Brian and Rachel?
Rachel had someone's like looking at her.
While she was sleeping, she woke up.
No, she was doing her makeup or something, and someone was just like standing there looking at her.
Okay, because when we were there, what she talking about being woken up when she was sleeping
Yeah, but this
Yeah.
was completely different.
after we left.
Yes.
Wow.
And then tell about the candle.
Okay, so then we got home from camping, and then a candle that's battery operated that hasn't been lit in a long, long time, all of a sudden the light was on. I was like, okay, that's weird. I went and tried to turn it off. It wouldn't turn off. Then I look over, it's off. I was like, okay. I look over, it's back on. And I'm like, Shane, come do something with this candle. And it's a
Yeah.
picture of Gage and Kaylee on it.
Yeah.
And he took the batteries out. The candle's still lit.
No, after I put the batteries back in.
But yeah, it's still, I mean,
Not-
no
not
matter
with-
what he did.
Not with the batteries out of it, because
Yeah,
I'd be
That's what I was
moving.
gonna say the first time.
But now it's off,
The
but
first
it
time
was
it was
weird.
out. It was all the batteries out.
So
We put the batteries back in and it stayed on,
Yes.
yes,
but with the candle in the off position.
even in the off position. That was the first thing I did is I took it out, I turned it off, and it was already off. So I switched it back and forth and then left it off, and it still was on. So then I took the batteries out of it and then
I think
turned it
that's
back.
what I really think that's what it is, because we talked about Mark and his experience in the and finished working on the girls' bathroom, the drywall, and he thought it was me coming into the hallway to look at in the bathroom, but I was in the paramotor room, and he thought it was Abby Rose, but Abby Rose wasn't home because he saw someone from the hallway lean over and look in at him with long hair, so he thought it was me, and I was like, no, I just now came up to walking in from the kitchen to check on you. So we talked about that. We talked about Abby Rose's experiences since she was 4 and she still has people bugging her when she tries to sleep at night. Then we talked about, Rachel talked about how her aunt or somebody or cousin is a medium.
Her aunt.
Yeah, aunt's a medium, and asked if we've ever had a Rose talk to someone about that, if she wanted to work with her talent. And I was like, no, because she was trying to ignore them. And then we talked about Gage and his experience and all that. And that, I think, Krista, didn't you say when we were in the kitchen that you lived there somehow to know?
Yeah,
that
he actually seen my grandpa.
Yeah, but even now, that'd be nice when I was talking about Rose to know that he's okay. Because I was telling you that some people come to Rose at night trying to talk to her. And one boy asked where his mom was.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I really think it's us talking about it and everything, and you mentioning that you wish that you could still know that Gage is okay. That I think that might be what the candle's about, especially since it has their picture with it.
Yeah, I was trying to figure it out, but
I really think that's what it is.
Your damn keys. He said battery candle. It's a fake candle because some places you don't want an actual flame. So it's a battery candle. Anyways, I totally just it hit me right now. So I was just like, oh my God, I have to ask Amy because we talked about it earlier and I totally forgot. But yeah, you're not welcome back at my house, you creeper.
Hey, no, that's Krista's fault for wanting to know the Gage is okay. That she said she wished that there was still some way to know he's okay.
Yeah, it's all good.
I totally get it because I'm okay. I gotta tell you guys, I'm like hanging out, whatever. I have my little space upstairs here, and this was my grandma's, this is where my grandma lived or whatever. And I'm very much into the spiritual thing. And I swear to God, the first few nights when I came up here, whatever, and I went to sleep, I got up in the middle of the night, I felt her presence in this room. And it was weird. It wasn't scary. It was just like, I knew she was there and it was all good. I went to sleep the first few nights. And yeah, ever since I've been like, yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. I know it sounds crazy, but yeah, it happened. I totally felt it. So
well, I think
I'm
that's
just saying. Yeah.
Yeah. Because we also talked about how when Mark put the new Genie doorbell in where we can see people at our door and all that, I was the only one home. The dogs all ran to the door barking, and I heard it also. And I even said, I'm coming, like someone was at the door handle trying to open it. And I thought maybe Mark was coming home and trying to get the key in the door. And I said, I'm coming. And I went to the door fairly quickly after saying that because the dogs were already at the door barking. And when I opened the front door, nobody was there.
So,
and I know that sometimes they say if you have like a gadget, they consider it to be a toy. So they try to get and play with it.
Yeah, it's scary. This new, all this high tech stuff, Amy. Yeah, and I don't have, there's nothing in my parents' house, any of that. And I even if I moved, I wouldn't have it. It was, yeah.
I didn't want to run off into a spiritual ghost thing.
Yeah.
I just literally like remembered that just now. And
sure. I totally get it.
I'm kind of glad it happened. I'm not happy for Rachel. That's weird, but I'm happy for y'all and the candle.
Yeah, I am too. It was weird.
I just want to fly.
I love you guys.
Do what?
I said you guys are awesome.
Just want to fly.
Who wants to fly?
Just want to fly, Will.
Me.
Oh,
Oh,
Jim.
yeah.
I thought there was Will talking.
Jim wants to fly. Jim, I told you if you come down here, I'll train you. Oh, and just so you guys know, I'm actually starting to train some people, and we're getting some people in here, and I'm starting slow until we open up full throttle in probably June or July.
Right on. Congrats.
Congratulations, sir.
Thank you very much. So,
Oh, I did full throttle.
well, I like to say I'm kind of winging it, but that doesn't sound right. But
Right.
whatever.
The opening up full throttle.
Yep.
That should be like a shark.
John, are you going to do this full time?
My goal is to be able to do this full time where I don't have to have a job that pays my bills. I'd like this to pay my bills so I can do this full time. And I also want to be able to get a bunch of disabled vets up in the air. So, I mean, my main goal is to get disabled vets up in the air for free. That's what I want to be able to do. And also,
Quick question in the chat for Jim. Todd from Resurgence wants to know how much maple money do you just have there?
Not 100% sure, but I can count. 1, 2, 3.
If you, I tell you what, I'll save you the trouble. Just ship it to me, and I'll count it for you.
Shane is
No,
the official
I
maple money
actually
counter.
I know how much I have because it's all messed up now.
Why do you have that kind of money laying around? What are you doing?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not going to strip clubs on the weekend. I don't have this extra money for that.
He does have a special printer.
Oh my God, Jim, do you have strip clubs in Canada?
I don't think so.
I know nothing about Canada. I mean, it's
I want
dumb
a
as that
Paramotor.
sounds.
The only thing I know about Canada is what I watched on South Park. I just know that you guys have flopping heads. That's all I know. I don't know
No,
anything.
seriously, I was earlier when I said, we could have a quiz or whatever I was saying about the inquiries about Canada. I bet you none of us know crap about Canada, and that's just kind of embarrassing, really. Like, I have no idea about Canada. I've got 2 friends that live here now that are from Canada, and then I have a friend that I went to school with for flying, and she's from Canada. And my buddy Jason, which you'll get to meet him next week. His girlfriend's the one I went to school with to learn how to fly, and she opted out of the school, and then her boyfriend Jason and I, every chance we get to fly together. That is a nonstop flying dude. He don't care what time of day it is. He's like, hey, I feel like going to fly. You going? I'm like, no. And he's like, all right, I'll be back. And he won't come back until his tank's empty every doggone time. But Kent Staten's out. He's heading out. He's had fun, but he's got to go.
And Sammy is leaving the chat. Is that what you said?
Yeah. I guess he's got to go to work, or I don't know what he's doing right now.
So in Canada, what's actually in Canada? I mean, we have Quebec and maple syrup, maple trees, hockey teams, really good hockey teams, Toronto, and that's all I know.
They do not have Canadian bacon, just so you know. I do know that.
No Canadian bacon.
Jim, in my line,
pineapple.
Jim, it's not Canadian bacon, is it?
It's called back bacon up here. And
Yep.
I'll tell you, it is intense. It is not like Texas Canadian bacon. It is pea meal is what we call it. And it's like the tenderloin wrapped with pea meal. And
What is pea meal?
like a corn.
I like to wrap my penal around your tenderloin. What, the mic's on? God damn it, Jesus.
Wow.
Hey, wait, I grew up with Canadian bacon. My daddy's store. Okay, we had our family-owned grocery store, and Jim, I grew up on Canadian bacon.
Yeah, well, we don't know what Canadian bacon is because it's Canadian.
Okay, Canadian bacon here is like thinly sliced ham, small thinly sliced ham.
Yeah.
And
Well, I got to ask a question real quick too. French fries. Do the French have French fries, or they just have fries?
No, it's French fries.
Yes, the French, they have what is called pommes frites, which is potato fries. So
It's actually German, and they called it French fries because the soldiers wouldn't call it German fries.
all I know is
World War One.
Yeah, haven't heard that before.
Oh, Canada
Yeah,
has poutine.
Pomfritz is a German name for it.
What is it?
Pomfritz, that's the German name for French
Pomfret.
fries, but the American soldiers wouldn't call it German fries. And because they all came through France, they called it French fries.
That's
Okay,
funny.
so the Americans gave the name pomfrit.
No, Pomfritz is German. That's where the French fries originally came from.
Right, but the name that I know in French, pomme.
Yeah.
Frites.
Right.
The Americans didn't want to say the
Yeah,
German,
but
that's why it's the French.
That's why the Americans took the German or the French pronunciation of the same thing.
Right.
But
Because I
it
can
was
go to
the,
But the
France and
thing
order
is that
baked
the thing is that pommes frites means apple fries.
yes.
right.
Which is weird because
Doesn't
in French, a potato is pomme de terre, apple of the earth.
yes, sir.
So Eric is now my new favorite friend. I absolutely love Eric. And
He's hiding in the corner.
so just so you know, Chinese do not call it Chinese food. They just call it food.
In
case
Chinese
anybody was
food,
wondering.
yeah. And Chinese food is not like it is in America. It's been
Correct.
Americanized with all the sauces and stuff like that.
Yeah, they
don't
use
even have
sticky rice.
in China, they don't even have General Tso's chicken. It does not
What?
exist.
It's just silly.
General Tso's chicken does not exist. It's Americanized.
And,
What? Oh my God.
and Canadianized.
Canadianized.
And you
No,
know, all these people that are listening to our podcast are like, well, I wanted to learn about,
It's
flying. and
Paramotors,
I'm learning
yeah.
about French
We're just like-
fries and
Yeah.
German.
All right, let's get back on track. We like to get, so when you're driving down the road and you see a squirrel, you're like, squirrel. That's us. We squirrel off every time.
Yeah.
Whirl
It's okay.
off. I like that.
Yeah. Well, this is like a free for all tonight, Shaney. This is like
No,
whatever,
it's not. It's supposed to be about
Yes, it is.
flying.
It's Friday night.
It's about
like
flying and
whatever-
the moonshine. So moonshine,
I mean,
vodka,
yeah.
it's about the same thing.
Look
Linda,
at
what?
me. I went down for fish dinner tonight, and what did I find? I found onion rings and
Popcorn.
yeah, and
Shrimp.
little shrimp nuggets.
Well,
So I'm telling you,
to say that
What's that, Jim?
I'd like to call it a
Jim,
connection.
you need to
Because up here, we don't worry about squirrels. We worry about gophers.
We have
About
gophers
what?
here. I have a gopher at work. When I need something, I'm like, go for this, go for that.
Oh, the gopher.
So we get distracted by squirrels and Jim gets distracted by gophers.
Right. Jim, you need a better internet. I'm just saying there's something wrong with your Canadian internet, which is different from American internet. I'm just saying.
If you had some money to buy better internet.
I know. I wish that you had some maple smelling Canadian money.
Okay, I didn't tell Krista about this. I should really ask her. Did you know Canadian had smelly money? But all right, so MoonShiners, the area is amazing. If I don't know how we can set it up, Sean, to where we all can block off a section. I mean, they were talking about it being almost twice as big as it was last year for this year.
I'm thinking
that's going to be super hard to say, hey, we need 15 spots saved.
I'm thinking that maybe we can figure out a way of doing it if we all jump on ppgzone.com and we create a MoonShiners event page that we can all go to and, figure out what we're going to do, where we're going to be. Maybe we can do something like that. And I still want to get up to 10,000 feet.
What does that have to do with booking, or not booking, but getting the same spot all together? Like, so Swanee next weekend is not going to be as big as it was a couple months ago, but I'm still worried about just trying to get 4 spots saved in one little area. You're talking twice as big as last year for MoonShiners. I don't know how it's going to be plausible to, that's a big word for me, and I used it correctly, to save that many sites all in one little area.
I don't know, but all I'm saying is that if we can somehow figure out how many people are going to be part of the ClearProp gang group, whatever, and figure out how many people that's going to be, and maybe we can all get there at a certain time and get into one particular spot. I don't know. We got plenty of time, thank goodness, to figure this out.
It's about 10 hours for me to drive there. I am going to leave here after work the day before. I plan to drive over all night long to get there. And so I would probably get there. If I leave here around 6, I'll get there around 4 in the morning, probably 5.
Would you leave your headlights on?
Oh, yes. And I will insert a backup beeper into my personal vehicle. And I will just leave it in reverse with the brake light or with the emergency brake on and just wander around and try to find a spot.
Will you turn on, like, maybe some generators or something to make sure there's lots of noise?
No, but I do have an inverter. It's kind of quiet. So maybe I can take the muffler off of it or something. I don't know.
There you go. That probably will work. All right. So we'll figure out something. I mean, we got 155 days. If you go over to ppgzone.com, there's actually a what do you call it? A countdown for the MoonShiners flying, which is really
which is kind of depressing, by the way.
Why is that?
155 more days?
Dude, that's going to go by so quick. Look at. I mean, it was
But
just,
we got bad apples in the meantime, and anything else you guys got?
It was just January 2020. Here it is, March of 2021.
Yep.
No, that just seems like it's going to take forever.
Because
We say that, and
I
we're
don't know.
going to be talking about look how quick it was to get here, and then we're going to be talking about in 2022. Remember back in 2021 when we got together,
and it was warm.
We are old, and time flies so quickly. It's so ridiculous. So anyway, if you go to ppgzone.com and check out the events page, go to the 5th annual MoonShiners fly-in, scroll down, you actually get to see it's 155 days, 20 hours, 36 minutes, and 42 seconds to get there. So
here we are.
Hey, Sean, I sent you a link, a YouTube video of the 2nd annual flying when Shane was talking about scenery. I didn't know if it might have anything good to share.
I saw that. I got a text from Jade. Hold on, let me read it real quick.
You better not.
Oh man, the picture she sends me, it's just it's awesome. All right, so yeah, thank you for that picture. I'm going to say that forever. I don't know what we're going to do over the next 155 days, but I know that there's a way of us getting together, figuring out where we're going to be and how we can get there and save enough spots to be in one little zone. I know we can figure it out. Jade, I don't know, dude. Eric, he's a trip, but I still like the Friday nights. Maybe we can keep it going. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
Hey, is there Sean, real quick? I guess I have to go on my computer and sign into Zoom and then screen share. I was talking earlier about new pilots at fly-ins and landing half hour, 45 minutes before the sun goes down. And I just pulled up the video I have on Facebook, and it literally has 5 or 6 pilots at a time landing. And then it's on my Facebook page, videos, and it is
Share it.
hold on here. It's the 12 minute and 5 second video. It's when I went live. I had already landed because again, I did not want to have to land. I land with power off. So once I shut my motor off, I'm committed to landing. And if someone walks in front of me or lands in front of me, I really have no choice but to land. So
I never land with the power off unless I have a motor out. I'm telling you, I love being able to foot drag to my landing.
I have not figured out the power brake thing. As soon as I hit a little bit of power, I add brake and I just go up. I can't never. I was taught power off, and that's just how I do it. So
I'm scrolling down on your page, and I'm scrolling and scrolling. I'm only down to January 15th. So obviously,
no. Go to my videos.
You have
Just share.
Yeah, can you not share it real quick?
Well, I have to sign on to.
You are on Zoom. That's how you're talking.
No. That's on my phone. I'd have to go to my computer to screen share.
Your computer. Okay, so I'm at your videos right now. Where do I need to go?
So it's 1, 2, 3 rows down on my computer. It's the video right next to water with a fountain.
Okay.
It's the one.
12 minutes.
It's 12 minutes 5 seconds.
Okay, let me go ahead and pull it up. Okay.
Screen share that.
I see that. So let me go ahead and go to screen share real quick. You guys okay with me screen sharing this? You want me to share the sound too?
Yeah, sure. That's fine.
All right, so I'm sharing the sound too. So let's go ahead and play this. So
Ohio, West Portsmouth.
Where's this?
Ohio. West
We
Portsmouth.
are at the Dave Purdon fly-in. Here comes all the pilots coming into land.
Look at the obstacles, by the way. You got to go over campers, trucks.
And people in front of you videoing you coming in for a landing.
Uh-oh.
So, all these people have to land, gather their wings,
Here they
and
all
get
come.
off the field before.
Oh, there's a bunch of them.
Before you come in and land. So there's obstacles nonstop on this. It's crazy.
I would just foot drag to where I'm
Freaking
parked.
beautiful out here tonight.
I just foot dragging to where I parked, and then I'd be right next to where I need to be, instead of just coming in like that.
Here we are. Jason Russell Smith.
I'm
Are
trying.
you happy to be here? Are you happy? Let me
Happy
ask you. Are you happy though? But are you happy?
Happy
Are
dogs.
you walking yourself today? Are you walking yourself? Congratulations. Stop leaning on me.
Puppy dogs are always happy, aren't they? No matter what.
Yeah.
Look, there's like little to no wind,
Yes.
but there's so much turbulence up there because of all the paramotor pilots.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, lots of
Brian,
Yeah, that was something
don't
else
do anything dumb, Brian.
You
Just
go. You follow in behind
Russell
4 or
Smith.
5 people,
Coming in.
and you hit all their rotor. It was something else. Like, I'd never experienced any of this. I did very well, but it's just when you land
Good job,
As a-
Jason.
as a new pilot, it's kind of overwhelming when you come into land at this time of night. And the later it gets in this video, the more people start
Chris,
piling
Krista,
into
hello.
the LZ, and it gets hectic.
Dude,
Is this the only little LZ that
Pilot
there
still up
is
in
in
the
this
air.
entire fly-in? Is this just this little spot?
Well, it's very long. I mean, it's a super long field. Look, you can see all the way down.
dude, campers as far as you can see.
Okay.
It's a long runway. It's just not
Ain't in
very
Florida
wide.
no more.
That's in Ohio, right?
Yep, that's the Dave Purdon's fly-in.
Yeah.
So how much area do you think there is right there? I mean, how many football fields would you assume that is?
3,
Well, what do you think?
and
Got
a
a
little
little chilly, didn't it?
a little wider than a football field.
I don't know if you see me or not, but I might have like barely touched something. Too bad I didn't get none of that videotape, so it didn't happen.
Videotape.
So it didn't
Oh,
happen.
gyrocopter.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
and that's the other scary thing. Yeah, look at that.
Watch your
No
heads.
way.
Yeah. How you like that one, Sean?
Oh, I mean, I love it, but
All right, no one died.
that is
That
cool.
was scary.
They had power hang gliders. They had
So we flew-
gyrocopters.
How long did we fly for tonight? Well, how long did I fly for tonight? You guys
Jason
flew
always
before me.
flies a lot longer.
I try to fly for the max that I can, which is usually about 2.5 hours, which
So
is
probably about an hour, hour and 10 for myself. I left before you on the.
so. Why do people buzz the
What's up,
LZ like
McCracken?
that instead of landing?
I can't
Oh, somebody
express
taking off here.
how much
Got
that
a,
aggravates me, but
Trike taking off. Well, eventually.
So there's people that are taking off right now too. It looks like.
Man, it was
it's still
beautiful up
still probably 20 minutes before the sun before it's legal light or after legal light. So there's plenty of time. I just landed.
there. I think you wanna come up over
I
the
landed early because I did not want to deal with.
Got 3
Like
guys
Dave
up
said, there was over
probably
200 pilots there, and that night everybody was flying.
1,300 feet. Jeez, we're
So how many
having some
people
fun.
fly? Like, let's just say that at
I know.
sunset.
I did.
How many people
The last
fly
video, I had to
within
stop
that
video
30
'cause I was
minutes
like,
after sunset?
Sean, hit mute on that video. I mean, you keep it going. Just hit mute on it.
Sure.
Sorry, I didn't hear a word you said.
How many people fly in the 30 minutes after sunset?
Maybe half of them.
Okay, so there's 200 people out there, and you're saying 100 people are still flying 30 minutes after sunset? Is this your tent that you're talking about?
Yeah, this is the one. Will this is the tent you'll be staying in? It's 3. We could put 3 queen mattresses in there and have room for 3 paramotors. Just so you know.
Wow.
I would say with the half hour left, maybe 70, 75 pilots in the air.
No kidding, that many.
And I will tell you right now, there was probably 5 or 6 that came in. Well, let's just say some people turned on some headlights.
Interesting. So, wow. Are the people that are coming in like during strobe time, are they like really experienced pilots?
I would assume they are. Again, I was still within 75 hours on my motor at this fly-in within the first year. Actually, it was before my first year. What's it say, Sean? When was the video put out?
I can't see that part right
Or
now.
what about the comments? Can you see the comments when they were?
No, it looks like I can move our faces. Yeah, September 4th, 2020, and we have 29 comments. I guess I can turn on.
So this is 11 months into flying. And that the guy in the green shirt, that's Jason, by the way. So be looking for him. He's going to be there before I will, Swanee.
I'm looking at the comments. It's like, Linda Anderson actually says, "What's for dinner?"
Oh yeah, I was actually making stuffed green peppers.
That's awesome. Looks like you get a lot of good landings. You haven't had any butt landings or messed up landings. So apparently,
No, I did not I didn't catch anybody really messing up too bad.
Real quick, just wondering, the people that are coming in, their strobe lights, are they really good and bright strobe lights? Or do you think they're kind of like, maybe half-assed, maybe bicycle lights or something? Or are they really good, legal strobe lights?
Well, somebody uses a bicycle light. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't really pay attention to it, to be honest with you. I had already landed. Never even turned my strobes on because I didn't. I landed way before. I mean, I'd already put my wing away, put my motor away, and this is a 12-minute video. So,
how many people out there actually fly with strobes. If I'm in the middle of the day, I fly with strobes. I have enough strobe lights that I fly with strobes no matter what time of the day I fly. Just because to me, that seems to be a little bit safer for other pilots to see me when they're flying. Does anybody else fly with strobe lights like during the day?
Yeah.
I do not turn mine on.
I have to in that MOA I fly in.
I fly because I don't have any.
Who said that? Will? Oh, Jim. Jim, yeah, you'll be getting some.
You know, I was going to make a comment because that Moonshiners is it's in the mountains there. I don't know how it is there, but where I fly, there's a mountain right in front of me to the west, and the legal flying time doesn't really do you much good because the sun actually sets 40 minutes before legal flying time because it goes behind that mountain so fast. So it is pitch dark, you know, in that area because we're in the shadow of that mountain, you know, by the end of legal flying time.
I see a lot of interesting T-shirts. What are the most interesting T-shirts that you've seen that you can remember from different fly-ins? Just for curiosity. I mean, is there anything that stands out that you can remember? Is there a lot of Tucker video or Tucker got T-shirts?
I don't recall seeing anything particularly special in the two that I went to.
How about you, Shane?
I think he's
just
gone.
got back. I'm sorry, I missed
I
missed the question.
T-shirts.
Don't be a Richard.
That's Mitch. I can't remember Mitch's last name. I did not buy a shirt at this fly-in, which I truly regret. Vail, North Carolina, I got a shirt from them. Swanee, I didn't get a shirt from them. They wanted they got $30 of mine, and you didn't get anything for it in return other than the ability to fly a county park or county airport.
Gotcha.
So I kind of think that for $30 you should be able to get something out of it, but outside of just being able to fly.
I got a Miss Risky came in the mail today.
Resurgence PPG said,
"Oh, nice.
My previous comment regarding Moonshiners LZ, okay, up there. Moonshiners is really tight LZ. Work on your spot landings now. Oh, I have my spot landings dialed in, especially since this last motor out. I was like, I'm going to land right there, and I landed exactly where I thought I was going to land. So it worked out great.
It's funny you
Sean,
should mention that.
Yeah.
Can you go back to my page and the pizza cutting thing we were talking about earlier?
Okay.
Is the video where it's 7 minutes and 3 seconds, but I'm going to speed you up through. It's the next row down of videos. The second one from the left.
All right, let me go ahead and go back there because I closed out that. So let's go to video.
Sorry. I just remembered this.
Go to Shane's. Wait a minute, where's videos? Hold on. I think I clicked the wrong thing. Videos, click videos. Sorry, the vodka is kicking in. Shane's videos, and go down to 1, 2, 3, 4. The fourth row.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, fourth row, second one to the left. It's 703.
703. Got it. Okay, so let me go ahead and click
Then,
that real quick.
Then just fast forward to 2 minutes and 36 seconds.
Hey,
And
while
what-
you're looking at that, can I ask, what day do you guys plan on being there for Moonshiners?
I'm leaving here on the 3rd after work, so I will get there in the morning.
I will
What-
be there for every
What day is that? Thursday or
day.
Whatever August 3rd is, Wednesday?
Wednesday? So you'd be there Thursday early
Yeah.
morning?
Yes. Sean,
Okay,
fast
'cause-
forward to 2:30, I think it is.
Eric's talking that we'll leave Tuesday night after work and then probably stop somewhere in middle Illinois or so.
Out of fuel.
Okay.
Out of fuel. All right, trimmers in.
Yep, that's the first thing I do. Trims in. For motor out.
Going
It
down.
looks like you're about at least 3,000 feet.
All right.
2,500?
I'm at 2,500.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
All right, we're going to come back over
see
here.
the large light green area? That's the compound.
All right, so this block right here is where I'm going to go.
There's power lines. I'm
I can
almost
pick up
over,
from here.
but I just wasn't sure.
It's going to go downwind.
I sound like I'm not panicking, but I was screaming in my head right now,
I'm
just
on
so
the
you know.
other side of the power lines. There's
Definitely
really
not
nothing out here
saying all the words that I was saying in mine.
that I can get.
I don't see a
caught up
bunch of
on.
muddy area. Look like, you know what I do is
out.
land right
Is it
next
considered
to
engine out, or is it I
a
run out of
main
fuel, you
road.
big dummy?
It looks like you got a
All
lot
right,
of options.
so I'm
Are you
just
going
trying to-
into the wind?
I got plenty of LZ
Yeah,
here.
right now I'm
So
going.
I'm gonna try to make it over
I'm crabbing.
here. It looks even better over there.
So what's over off to the left?
All right.
That's the compound.
You can't make it back that way?
Okay, guys.
There's power lines.
Here
I'm
we
scared
are.
to death to fly over.
Gotcha.
We are
You got smoke out
landing
there, don't you?
I'm picking a
That's
good
the salt
LZ
air.
though, that's for sure. We shall see.
So, at this point, I've already picked out my LZ, which is right above my right knee.
The little cross point?
It's a little bit further
I'm still trying to hit
upwards
my throttle.
towards the power lines. Oh yeah, I kept hitting the throttle. I kept hitting the
You're
throttle
going-
like I was going to go somewhere.
And you're going into the wind, you said, yes?
Right there, I'm going into the wind.
Okay.
So this is where I start pizza cutting once I realize I'm too high.
You want to get to that little cross point right there, a little four-way.
Yep, a little bit further. So I'm looking to the east now. So I want to go a little further east of that cross point. So all I'm doing at this point is burning altitude. I'm literally cutting back and forth.
You know, we need to have a episode where we're talking about routes and spot landing.
I'm talking like I'm not scared. I was so effing scared right now.
I see that you got your foot out so you can judge your
I'm not sure why my foot was out. And then I realized this
He's just
grass
showing his
is-
legs.
Hey, this grass is about chest high, just so you know.
The oscillation, come out of your seat. Whoa! Get dropped a little. That was cool.
Oh, you made it right next to
on
the
the
road,
road
which
like
is
a
awesome,
boss.
dude.
We'll just walk us back to the.
I'm talking shit now because I survived.
And you're right on a road, which is perfect. Somebody can come and pick you up, which is exactly what I was looking for, is to get next to a road.
That wasn't so bad.
You can drop a pin.
It wasn't so great either.
Check out your tracks, man. That was perfect.
Yeah, my skin marks.
Yeah, to me, it looks like you did exactly what you're supposed to do. Find a road, find a place that you can, land, that somebody can come pick you up that's not next to power lines. You didn't get snagged on anything. It looks perfect.
No, I called the guy that I was flying with and said, hey, I dropped my pin. I said, my keys are in my truck. Just push the button and it'll start and come pick me up. He's like, all right. So it's just me waiting on him. But this is my very first true ran out of gas. I ran out of gas during class, but I was warned that I was going to run out of fuel. And I literally did 30 seconds later. But I was right over my LZ, so it wasn't a big deal.
So why did you fly knowing that you didn't have enough fuel to get to where you were supposed to go?
So what happened was I had no intentions on doing a cross country. And when I got ready to take off, I only put in 8 liters of fuel. And when I was getting ready to take off, they're like, hey, we're going to go cross country if you want to go. And they said they weren't going that far. I was like, sure. Well, it took over 35 minutes for everybody to get off the ground once I took off. So for 35 minutes, I flew around in a circle. And then when they came...
Sorry, that was me. That was your last video that started playing. I didn't realize it was still playing. Sorry about that.
No worries. So it took 35 minutes for these people to take off. And then once they got on the air, I was like, I'll just go for a little while and then I'll turn around and come back. Well, the winds changed. We went from a headwind, and when I turned back, I was into a headwind. So I I climbed as I just casually climbed to get to a safe altitude to give myself some time to figure out where I was going to land. And that's how I ended up running out of fuel. A little late. Eric or Jade, Will, have you guys run out of fuel?
No, but I've come pretty darn close. I'll show you a picture of it here. So it's going to take me a little while to find it, though.
That video I just shared, or Sean just shared, that thing never gave me any warning it was about to die. It literally was just done. I was like, oh.
Try to restart it in the air by any chance.
I restarted it. I got a video of that. The very first time I hit my kill switch, adjusting my chest cam, my phone, you see the red button right in the camera just go bloop. And it was so funny because I never realized just how quick I went directly into panic mode. And I was high enough that I had 45, 50 seconds to figure out what to do, on top of another 30, 35 seconds of where to land. And it surprised me personally, it surprised me just how quickly I went to direct panic mode for what, I don't know. You have all day, you have ample amount of time. I think I was like 500, 600 feet in the air and I hit my kill switch. That's a good minute and a half, 2 minutes of floating. Why did I go right directly into panic mode? It was a lesson I learned that I'm thankful for, because it really shows how much time the glide ratio. Now, if I was foot dragging and did that, no, I don't have any time. But 500-600 feet in the air, you've got plenty of time to restart your motor.
The only time I've ever run out of fuel, I did it real low like an idiot. And talk about, I didn't even have time to panic. I had a choice between a bunch of bulls that were looking at me or try to make a 180-degree turn and maybe catch the end of the field. I got lucky.
I mean, that was kind of my experience too. I've had 2 engine outs, and each time, man, when it happened, it's just, you're all business, you know? I mean, there's not a whole lot of thinking that's going on as far as other than just landing. And gosh, the second one that I had, it was both of them were non-events, really. It was just almost like a normal landing, you know. There's the field, there's where I'm going to land. And
so non-eventful because of the pilot that you are,
or the training that I got, or
right. That's what I mean. The pilot that you are, whether it's your training or how much experience you have in the air. Vail, North Carolina, I took flight, ran into the wind, hooked over some houses, and my silencer blew apart. The stuffing clogged up the end of the exhaust and my motor died. And I had a choice. I could try to make a 180-degree turn to go back into the wind, or just land crosswind into some tall grass. And I was like, I'm not risking, because I was only maybe 70 feet in the air.
Right.
I wasn't going to risk trying to do a 180 back into the wind. I just said, screw it. I'll crosswind land it. And I mean, I came in, landed just fine. I was just like, holy crap. I can't believe that happened to me like that quickly. And again, like you said, the training, I truly believe between the video of me hitting my kill switch and that situation with my training, I think it's all made me a better pilot. Like, cause I could look back at this 28-second video of me hitting my kill switch and how quickly I panicked and went, when I restarted the motor, I thought to myself, I said, why in the hell did you go to right to panic? Like, no, don't go to panic. Go to figuring out what you're going to do next. I went right to panic. And honestly, I watched this video several times. I don't know. I'd say every 2 months, I'll at least watch it once or twice. Just for the simple fact of remember what you did wrong so you don't make that mistake again. And, you know, when that motor died on me, I wasn't even probably 70 feet. I was probably maybe 50, maybe 60 feet. I didn't have time. I actually thought about if I banked too hard that I was going to hit the ground. And I just floated it in and landed crosswind and just said, you know what? We're going in. I have no choice. And I stayed calm. And everybody thought they didn't know what happened to me. They didn't know why I landed. And I landed out. And as soon as I got out of the tall grass onto the runway, I laid my wing out, tried to start my motor up. When I did, it shot out a gigantic wad of stuffing from the silencer. And they're all like, oh, your silencer fell apart. We went, took it back to the tent, took it apart. Yeah, it fell. It was all the fiberglass, the carbon fiber, whatever's on the silencer was all soft. And yeah, pre-maintenance, guys, you'll find that out. I never once ever looked at my silencer, never even thought about it. I always looked at the exhaust. And
how long did you have that and that happened? I mean, was it like 500 hours, 1,000 hours, or what?
No, it was within 90 hours.
Yeah, it's supposed to be. You're supposed to change that packing every 100 hours.
Yeah, I didn't make it. I think it was maybe in the 80s, because I actually ordered one and had it overnight delivered from Vail. And as soon as I ordered it, some guy walking by heard me say, I just ordered a silencer, it'll be here tomorrow. He's like, I got a brand new one. Just give me the one that you're getting tomorrow. So he gave me a silencer. I put it on and we took off flying again for another hour and a half.
That's awesome.
I mean, I was just like, yeah, like the next day I got my package. I walked over, I handed it to him. He's like, thanks. So that's the other thing too about fly-ins. I mean, if you break something, you need a throttle. Dude, if you wander around asking for the parts that you need, somebody will have it. Whether they'll give it to you, whether you're going to pay for it, that's just the situation you're in. But if you want to fly, you'll do whatever it takes. You know what I mean? So,
hey, I found that photo. Can I share my screen? Is that what I do here? Just share the screen?
Yep, screen share.
Make sure you turn off your porn first.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, I got it.
And also, Todd's in the house. So welcome, Todd.
Welcome, sir.
Okay, can you see that?
I see actual photo. What am I looking at?
That is
no fuel.
Yeah, that's how low fuel. That's the closest I've come to running out of fuel. That is, I don't know that the engine didn't even sputter. So, and it had nothing to do with me timing things perfect. It was just, I was early in a brand new pilot, and I just wasn't paying attention. I was so into the flying that I forgot to think about the basics.
Photo. What am I looking at?
That is
no fuel.
Okay.
Walter, hit mute. Walter, hit mute.
I just muted him.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the fuel tank, and that's the little bit of fuel that was left after I landed.
That's really awesome. I always try to land with at least a half an hour of fuel left. So I try to fly for 2 hours, knowing that I have 2.5 hours. But real quick, since we have Todd in the house, Todd, tell us a little bit about Resurgence PPG and the differences that we have, like we talked about earlier, where if we do a raffle, it may not be legal for a 501c. What is that all about? Maybe you can help us out with that.
Yeah, so in North Carolina, it's not that it's illegal. What would happen is if the state of North Carolina determines that donations and funding that we've received has come from raffles, they'll identify that as gaming. And there's not a specific number or a specific monetary value that North Carolina has identified. But what I found through my research is roughly, you can do a couple raffles a year and, you'll be safe. The state of North Carolina won't get bent out of shape about it. But if you do go and start doing them, every single month, or you have an excessive amount of donations coming in by that means, they will require our organization to actually file as a gaming organization, and we have to purchase a gaming license from the state. So it throws in an entire different level of regulations that we'd have to follow.
So what is something that we can do to make sure that we're legal and nobody gets upset at this type of thing? One of the things that we want to do is to, do what we do, try to get, donations. But, if we are able to buy something for a disabled vet without saying that it's for a Resurgence PPG, is there a way that we can gift something straight to like maybe a Resurgence alumni?
If you guys do a raffle and you take those proceeds, and from those proceeds, you either pay for a training slot or you purchase a piece of equipment, and then you take those tangible goods and donate them to Resurgence, that's completely fine, because that's just a single item donation. But just as long as there's that step of separation between the funding coming in directly from a raffle, it won't be identified as gaming, a gaming profit for us. So if you guys were to do a raffle and those proceeds turned around and, you bought some GoPros or radios or, a motor or whatever the case may be, and you take those items and donate them to Resurgence and say, hey, we want to go to, this veteran or these veterans, that's completely fine.
Okay, good. Real quick, since we have you on here, what are some of the things that the veterans need that we can either get from maybe for donations themselves or pool up some money to buy for Resurgence alumni?
So right now, we're in a good spot and a bad spot, and I'll explain that. We've been very fortunate. We've gotten several donations of motors and wings recently. And so I've got one guy that has not been able to purchase his own motor. But he has a wing, and so he has a kiting harness. I think we're getting ready to basically get a dealer to basically loan a motor to him for a little bit. But it's still a situation where it's not his motor kind of deal. So we've been very fortunate in that regard. So we're doing okay on equipment right now. But where we're not doing so well is actual just straight up cash donations to allow us to provide the scholarships that we do. We have a candidate scheduled for training the end of this month down in Florida, and we've got him taken care of, his slots paid for. We're good. But I also have 17 other nominees that have come in since the beginning of January. So I've got 17 people right now that we're trying to figure out how we're going to support after we go ahead and provide the sponsorship to Justin later this month. And so what we've seen is there's been a reduction in donations, obviously because of COVID. With the downturn in the economy, there was a huge drop off in the level of donations that we received this past year. And so it's basically everything that we did this past year, although it looks like we did a lot of really good things and had great adventures, that money actually came from 2019. So basically the current situation is we're spending last year's money. And so we're kind of in a deficit at that point. So right now, the biggest thing is simply just cash donations so we can go ahead and, provide more scholarships.
about how much money does each person need to be able to go through training, to get there for lodging training. About how much money do we need per person to donate, for us to donate to get someone to training and back.
Yep. So, is everybody always freaks out because nobody really thinks about that number. What we plan for is $7,000. So $7,000 per person. And everybody freaks out. They're like, holy snots, that's a lot of money, which it is. I am fully aware that that is a lot of money. But I can go ahead and break that down. We look at Aviator PPG, has probably one of the most expensive courses in the country right now at $3,640 for 2 weeks. And from a planning standpoint, we'll take the $3,640 for tuition. And obviously, if we send a candidate to like Kyle O'Glee, he's much cheaper. We still plan for that $3,640 for tuition, but we save money when we go to other instructors and other schools that aren't as expensive as, say, Aviator. But so $3,640 from a planning standpoint. And then we will go to the GSA website, which is the government service website that provides specific numbers on what the federal government identifies as appropriate funding for travel, lodging, and per diem costs. And so anybody can go to the GSA website and look at numbers and try to figure it out. And so anybody can figure out our numbers. I'm not hiding anything at all when I throw this figure out there. And so let's say we do send somebody to Lake Wales. The closest city that is identified on the GSA website is Sebring, Florida. And so we look at Sebring, Florida for 14 days. How much do you get to is appropriate for lodging? And it's roughly about $1,500. And then it's roughly $61 a day. So $61 a day for 14 days for their per diem to cover their meals and incidental expenses. And then the final cost is the travel piece to get them from their home of record to the school. And that may be calculated as mileage. So if they're driving their personal vehicle, it's I believe it's 52 cents a mile from their home of record to the school and then back. Or we just go ahead and buy an airplane ticket and provide a rental car if they need it. And so when we take all those factors, each one of those values is a component that anybody would have to pay if they take time off work and they went on vacation. That's roughly what anybody pays when they go to training. So $7,000 is our planning budget. But what we normally see, like the candidate that we have coming down from Ohio, we're going to save money because he's going to fly. So that saves us a lot in the travel costs because plane takes like $250 right now. The class itself is only 10 days instead of 14 days. So we're saving on the per diem. Fly My PPG and One Up Adventures, their class is cheaper than the $3,640 that Aviator charges right now. So even though we say $7,000, even with this guy coming up, Justin, we're going to come in much shorter than that. So that's the long answer to a very short question.
How many people are you able to get through per year on these scholarships?
So this past year we had 8. The previous 2 years we had 4. So we're at 16 total alumni that we've sponsored so far. And like I said, at the end of last year, I made a decision to halt the wait list that I had at the end of 2020. I contacted all of those individuals that were on the wait list and told them that if they wanted to continue to pursue this opportunity, they would need to reapply. Very similar to what organizations have to do for a grant each year. And so the wait list was at about 45 people at the end of 2020. And I sent out the message, and then I opened up the nomination process again. And so from January 15th until now, I've gotten 17 brand new nominations, or some of them were holdovers from the previous wait list. So, obviously there was some attrition. Some people just didn't respond, which is good. It kind of helps us out. It lets us know who really wants to be, involved in the sport. So, as of right now, I've got 17 folks. I've got more people than we've been able to put through in our history to date.
How many of your alumni actually need wings and motors that don't have them right now?
As of right now, we need one motor. And then the question is, with Justin coming through training, I'm not sure of his financial abilities or his financial capabilities, because it's not something that we try to provide. It's something that has kind of grown and has been a fantastic addition to our programs. But that's not a primary goal of ours. And every one of our candidates understands that as they come through the program, they're going to learn to fly. The purchase of a wing and the purchase of a motor, it's on them. But if we do get donations, they're greatly appreciated and they really help us out. But it's not a primary goal of ours. But it's kind of turned into a very strong secondary mission that we've been pretty successful with. So as of right now, we need one motor that I know of, and then depending on Justin's situation, maybe a motor and a wing.
For that wing size, do you happen to know the wing size offhand that he needs?
Justin is 205. So he's probably, starting out, I'd say somewhere a 24 or 26 meter wing for a new pilot.
Okay, so that's what we're going to be looking at is maybe to be able to help you with wings and motors for your alumni that maybe we can help them purchase, maybe we can help them at least get where they can use. I think
Right.
that's something that maybe ClearProp can help out, along with donations to Resurgence PPG. Tell us a little bit about smile.amazon.com. Since everybody uses Amazon, how can we help Resurgence PPG with smile.amazon.com?
Yeah, so that's really an awesome program. It's actually turned out to be really beneficial for us. So smile.amazon.com is their charitable giving program from Amazon. And what you do is you go into your account profile, if you have a Prime account, and you can identify a charity that you want to support. And you can identify Resurgence PPG, select Resurgence. And from that point on, any qualifying purchase you make, a percentage will be donated to us. And the great thing about it is it does not add anything to your purchase total. It's just a percentage that Amazon donates back. It doesn't cost the end user anything. It doesn't cost us anything to administer. We don't have to pay any processing fees or anything for it. It is absolutely free money. And so this past quarter, it was an extra $500. It didn't cost anybody anything. And all it took was people signing up on smile.amazon.com, going through their profile and selecting Resurgence PPG. And we got $500 out of it. And so, you look, that's $2,000 a year. That's free money that we're getting just from you guys shopping, which is fantastic.
Sean, can you drop that in the link in the chat?
What, smile.amazon.com?
Yeah, I don't know. I've got a couple projects coming up that I plan to do a lot of Amazon shopping for. So
yes, all you do is when you go to smile.amazon.com is that there's a list of all toward all sorts of different charities. I mean, you can choose anybody that you want to, but Resurgence is in that list. So if you have right now a bunch of things in your shopping cart that you have not purchased yet, don't purchase them right yet. Go to smile.amazon.com, have Resurgence as your charity of choice, and then smile.amazon.com, go to your shopping cart and then purchase it. After you purchase, you'll see all of your qualifying items that were sent to or that were qualified to donate to Resurgence PPG, and you have a running total of how much money was sent to Resurgence PPG, which is really awesome. So every time that you go and buy, like, tissue paper, or get that awesome T-shirt that you wanted, or whatever, you don't have to put any money into it. That Amazon puts money into Amazon and into Resurgence PPG, which is really amazing. Since I learned about that last year, all I do is go to smile.amazon.com. I don't even think about putting amazon.com into the link. I always go smile, and then it pops up smile.amazon.com. And
okay, so that's where the problem is for me. So I just been going to Amazon. I set this all up. I'm already I already got Resurgence on the Amazon Smile, but you have to go to Amazon Smile and then go through that to go. So if I just go straight to my Amazon app on my phone, it does not generate any money for them. I have to go through Amazon.
They should have changed that.
They
Amazon should have changed that, because it used to be that way, that you had to go through a smile.amazon.com link. But I believe last year they went ahead and changed it. So now, as long as your profile is logged in, it should go ahead and qualify those purchases.
Well, I didn't type in any email or password, and it's already got me up on it says hello Shane, and that's at Amazon Smile. And if I go to I have to go on my phone. It's obviously not, because I've bought plenty of stuff on Amazon, and it says I haven't donated or haven't generated any monies, which I don't know how that's possible. I got Amazon coming to my house every day.
So
yeah,
see what I'm showing right here is that you have to make sure that you have your supporting.
I got that.
Resurgence, and you can see how much it's generated and all the different charities that that's been generated to. So you have to go to choose one of our spotlighted charities, or whatever charities that you want to. So all you got to do.
It says Resurgence PPG, location Mountain Holly, North Carolina.
Right. So the only way that it will work, see, right now I'm at smile.amazon.com.
Right.
Go to amazon.com, and then I go to my and try to buy something at amazon.com. It does not go to Resurgence. You have to buy it at smile.amazon.com, if I can spell right.
Okay, and it actually says, do you want the app for it? So let me go ahead and see if I can upload the app.
And I was under the impression that Amazon had changed that. So that's interesting to see.
Yeah, I don't know if it's changed that or not. I just know that if I go to amazon.com, even though I buy it under smile.amazon.com, I have to actually go to my cart under smile.amazon.com to be able to have it go to Resurgence.
Gotcha.
I don't see a Smile. Well, let me try Amazon Smile.
No, smile.amazon.com.
Well, that's what I typed in.
You want to share your screen so we can see it?
If I wasn't on my phone.
Oh, you're on your phone? Okay.
Hey, can I ask a question real quick?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Is Will, is he doing okay? Because he's been pretty much catatonic all night.
Yeah.
He's messing with his what is that called?
my long,
Yeah,
my kite tail.
Your
it's
long
kite tail. See, they say there's an app for it, but I guess you got to do it off the computer.
No, I got my app on your Amazon app. You have to change it to smile.amazon on your Amazon app, and it works.
All right, let me try that real quick.
Let me
So
see
I'm on my phone
on your app, right?
on the app. So where do I change it at?
I don't know offhand. Let me look real quick because I changed it when I saw that you can go to.
Who the hell is at my front door?
Amazon.
It's Amazon.
It's my daughter who parked in the wrong spot.
Does anybody know where you go to make your Amazon app smile? Because that's what I've done, but I can't remember where it is located on here. Does anybody
Yeah,
know?
I'm looking right now.
I don't know. My wife did it for us.
There it is.
She's got it
Programs
working.
and features, maybe.
There it is. Yeah. Let's see. Let me go back. When you go down under, where was that? Under settings. Under settings is.
There it is. Under settings, you go to Amazon Smile.
Yep.
And it's got okay. So not why is it off?
Turn it on.
Yeah, it gives me a URL.
Shane, if you want, go in Google.
So mine is on right now. So anything that I do on my Amazon app automatically goes to my Resurgence PPG, which is awesome.
Mine was off too.
Well, why have it off? Turn it on. What are you doing?
Okay, hold on. We're trying to figure out how to turn on Amazon Smile on your device. See.
I'm glad you guys can do this.
Okay. It's asking me. Okay, getting started. Hold on here.
Okay, when you go to Google and you search in Google and you hit go, smileamazon.com, the first thing's coming out is the smile.amazon.com and say, you shop Amazon, give Amazon.com experience, feel good shopping, shop at smile.amazon.com and we'll donate to your favorite charitable organization.
No,
No cost to you. Yeah.
Hi, Natalie.
Hey.
Okay, so I just turned mine on for whatever reason it was not off, but on the computer on my desktop, it's all set up. Now it's set up on my phone. So the next couple purchases that I am going to do the next day or two will hopefully help you out, Todd. And
Awesome, I appreciate it, man. Thanks so much.
And apparently, I don't know why, I've probably spent $300 the last 2 weeks, and none of that helped because the thing was off. I don't know why it was
right.
off.
All you have to do is donate to Resurgence PPG, whatever cash you want to. It's no big deal.
Yeah, it's easy. It's easy.
That's not free money though. I need the free money to donate.
Change, don't worry.
I tell
Whatever
you-
money you owe me, pay to talk.
We actually use Donor Box on our website, and it's pretty reasonable with the processing fee. So I think this past month I had to pay like $2.40. So.
And remember too, guys, if you are on your phone and you don't know what's going on and you don't understand the smile.amazon on your phone, just put things in your cart, okay? When you go to your computer at home, just go to smile.amazon.com, go to your cart, okay? And then make sure that you have your donation set to Resurgence PPG and then buy your stuff. That's all you got to do. It's really no big deal. And once you have it set to Resurgence PPG, just make sure anything that you buy or put in your cart, just remember to go to smile.amazon.com to purchase everything that's in your cart. It's no big deal.
Easy peasy. I'm all set up now. I'm ready to rock and roll.
Get busy.
Thanks so much.
Is there anything else that we can do, Todd, to help Resurgence PPG as far as like, being able to give free money to you guys, or different ways of giving, maybe something as far as like material, maybe wings or motors that we don't need anymore, or broken motors or wings that we can give you or something like that? How does that work?
We've gotten a couple broken motors, and those tend to be, they turn into money pits for us, so they end up not being worth our while, because we end up having to turn around and spend money to get extra parts or get them repaired and that kind of thing. If it's a pretty decent motor and all we have to do is get a prop, that's one thing. If it's an 8-year-old motor that hasn't run in 5 years and all it has is the frame and a motor, if we got to get a harness and swing arms and a cage and a net, and a new prop for it, that turns up being pretty cost prohibitive for us. But really the biggest thing beyond what you guys are already doing is reaching outside the community as you talk to people about, this crazy sport, and they're mesmerized that you fly with a sheet over your head and a lawnmower engine on your back. Just share the mission and what we're trying to do, and explain that we are impacting lives and we're making a difference. And we're hoping that those connections outside the community will eventually turn into more exposure for us, and hopefully better connections to possibly get some larger corporate sponsorship. And I say that because we've received some grants from like Target Corporation. So Target Stores has given us, and it happened simply because somebody went outside the community and talked to somebody else that had a contact. The next thing you know, we were getting money from Target. So it's that kind of thing that we really need at this point, because that's where real money is. That's where big money's floating around.
Todd, is there some way that you can maybe make on your Resurgence PPG website a page that explains how to make your Amazon a smile.amazon and use Resurgence PPG, or do you already have that?
I don't have that on the site. I do have on the donations page. There is a little portion that will direct people to smile.amazon.com. And it's a link that they can click on, and it'll take them to the page. But it's not a full tutorial on how to go ahead and get it set up. That's something that I probably should do.
If there's anyone out there that's listening to this that would like to do a tutorial on how to make Resurgence PPG and use the smile.amazon.com feature, please leave me a comment down below. Reach out to Todd, reach out to myself. Let us know that you've made this, and we'd really appreciate your help. Todd, is there anything else that we can do to help out Resurgence PPG?
No, I think what you guys are doing, like I said, and just continuing to show our mission. That's really all I can ask. I think going back to the program tonight, if I can go ahead and touch on MoonShiners a little bit.
Please do, please, absolutely.
Yeah. So obviously this past year, MoonShiners was canceled due to COVID, but I was there in 2019, and a couple things I put it in the chat. But hello, a few things. One, the takeoff and landing area is actually broken up into 3 small takeoff zones, if you will. Each one of them individually is pretty small, and they do get really, really busy as people are setting their wings out. Between 2 of those areas is a taxiway. And so even though they put a NOTAM in place, there are still airplanes that land there during the event. So that's always something to be aware of. The area to fly itself is absolutely beautiful. There's a beautiful lake down to the south. It's super cool. In the next valley over to the west, there's actually a prison. So if you either hop over the mountain range to the west and get into that next valley, or what we did is we just circle around the entire ridge line and did a cross country around it, it's an hour flight to do this one circuit. But there is a prison in that next valley over. So as you're flying over, make sure you're aware and don't fly over the prison. Don't fly too close to it. But in the valleys themselves, there are plenty of fields, plenty of outs. It's a great area. The town is very welcoming, and they want us there. So the big thing is it's not a large facility. Not a lot of area for campers, not a lot of area for pilots to lay out, to launch and land. So just be ready for it to be tight, and just kind of pick the locations you launch and land, and always be aware of what's going on around you.
Gotcha. We have a comment here in the chat. Kelby Cox says, "I want to kiss Todd." So apparently you're doing everything right. You're doing a really good job helping people. Everyone loves you and Resurgence PPG. And definitely, if there's anything that we can do, we would definitely like to help you guys out.
So I would love to kiss Kelby too. Kelby's one of our alumni. So he went through our program, and he is a great individual. I love Kelby.
That's awesome. I really love this community, how amazing everyone is. We all get together. We want to help each other the best we can. And, I was in the Marine Corps, and I have not seen a close-knit community besides the Marine Corps that this community has now. I have not seen it. This is all I've ever seen was this and the Marine Corps as far as like tight-knit, and I'm going to help you no matter what.
And it's that exact reason that I felt starting Resurgence PPG would be viable, because what a lot of veterans want and what they seek out after their separation from service is they still seek out that fellowship, that camaraderie, and that brotherhood, if you will. And it's so hard to find out in the civilian world after coming out of the military. It's just, you don't see it. But we do have it in this community, and it's something that I think we've built, within Resurgence. It's not just about us sponsoring guys. As you can see, Kelby gets on here, and Kelby started flying 1.5 2 years ago. And for us, it's about continuing those relationships, and having the adventure trips out to Arizona like we had this past year. And, we've got something coming up later this year that I'll be announcing here soon. But it's not just about that training piece. It's about giving that sense of community, that sense of brotherhood back to these veterans, and it's something that they can hold on to.
This has turned out to be a better bonus podcast than I thought, because of Todd and Resurgence PPG, everyone getting together and, just being like a tight-knit family. This is more of a family than a community. This is like a family. Let's all get together and fly. Let's go ahead and get together and help other people, especially the disabled vets. And I truly appreciate everyone that's ever been on the show, everyone that has a show, people that are doing the things like Todd are doing. You guys are just absolutely amazing, and I totally appreciate you. Is there anything that you guys want to talk about before we end this live stream? Todd, is there anything that you want to end with before we go?
No, I'm good. I appreciate the time, and I just wanted to hop on here and kind of talk about MoonShiners a little bit and just throw that out there, because I realized that most of the folks on the panel had not been, and I wanted to kind of make sure that we were setting appropriate expectations for what you guys would arrive to. Expect it to be close, tight, a lot of people in very close quarters. And I know there were comments about generators, and I'm sorry, there are going to be a lot of generators running around you. That's just the nature of the beast at MoonShiners.
So because we want to get together as a group, let's say that people want to get together. I mean, from all over the United States, they want to go to MoonShiners, but they want to be in a spot. How possible is that, as far as like, hey, let's go over here to this one spot and we all get together? Is that even possible?
It is. The best way to do it would be have at least a reasonable number of you guys meet as early as they'll let you in. And, if you're having 9, 12 people show up, or 12 campers that you're wanting, I would say at least have 4 to 6 of you guys show up right when they start allowing people in to register, and go find a corner for you and just start staking your claim. And I would recommend, try to be friendly about how much space you take. I know everybody wants to have their nice little powwow and circle the wagons, and that takes a lot of real estate. If you park campers, parallel to each other, I get it. You don't get the same kind of patio area, and you don't get that same, fire pit experience. But it saves room for everybody else. And so everything I'm hearing, there's going to be a lot of people at MoonShiners this year. So I would say, get a portion of you guys there early, have them kind of stake out an area, and just go from there. If you can get everybody to show up at the same time, that would be the best option. Just everybody meet in town and then roll into the airport in a convoy as early as you can, because it's going to fill up, and it's going to be incredible.
What's the early part that you're talking about? I mean, is it like the day before or hours before that the gates open, or what?
Yeah, so the town of Johnson City, because it is a municipal airport, they don't allow early arrivals. I mean, even Endless Foot Drag, Michael Holiday, he was only allowing people that were there helping set up. Because I got to Fredona a day early, and I sent him a message and asked, "Hey, am I allowed to come in?" And he's like, "No." I'm like, "Hey, I'm a vendor," and he's like, "No, you're not allowed. You got to wait till 8 o'clock on Friday morning." And so Johnson City's kind of the same way. So it's going to be a situation where there's probably going to be a line of vehicles lined up trying to get into the airport. And once they go ahead and open up registration and open up the gate, it'd just be people flooding in.
How does registration work? I mean, is there someone there that goes up to your car as you're in line, or do you have to park someplace and go to a registration booth? How does that work?
So the gate to get in, you'll come in from the south side of the airport, and you'll circle around to the north side of the FBO building. And it's a little itty bitty parking lot, and it's a small FBO building. But then there will be the gate on the north side of the FBO. And when I went in 2 years ago now, there was somebody right there at the gate. And so at that time, they went ahead and took my registration money. They had the waiver right there, signed the waiver. There was another sign-in sheet, basically, that you sign in. And I mean, it only took a couple minutes, but it was somebody right there at the gate before you actually get into the airport or onto the ramp area itself.
And when you go in, I'm sorry, go ahead.
So I went in as a vendor. And so what they did is the vendors were actually on the tarmac of the ramp area. So right when you come in the gate off to the right, we were right on the edge of the tarmac and the grass. And then they had people camping further up from us, further north, and then on the south side of the taxiway. And so it really depends on what time you get there, how full it's gotten, and basically what area is left for them to put campers.
Do they wave you in, and just, as you're coming in, they're like, go this way, and you have to just go in succession? Or how does that work when you go in?
No, they didn't have that many people on staff the year I went. And so it was basically once I paid my registration, the guy standing at the gate, he just pointed and he said, "Hey, go over there and kind of set up right there on the grass." And so I went and pulled in between a couple other guys and, got my stuff set up. So it's basically, they kind of point you in a direction, say, "Hey, you go find a spot, be a good neighbor and park next to somebody you like." And, just kind of go from there. It works itself out. I mean, like you said, the community, it's a good community. it's a family community. You know, you can park next to anybody. It really doesn't matter. Usually they won't get too upset.
Hopefully not. So when you go in and you find different places and they collect the money, are they collecting the money for the entire 4 days or 5 days, or they're just collecting the money for that day, or how does that work?
It was for the whole event.
Okay, so if you
At
get
least
there,
it was when I went in and registered.
so if you get there at on the 4th, and it's be from the 4th until the 8th, they're going to assume that you're going to be there from the 4th until the 8th, and they collect all that money.
Yeah, or you tell them, hey, I'm leaving on the 6th, so here I'm going to go ahead and pay for my 2 days here. And yeah, at that point, it's an honor thing, and they'll be like, oh, okay, cool. Because I mean, like with most fly-ins, that last day, especially if it's a Sunday, man, people are popping out of there early. You know, so people are leaving Saturday night, people are leaving Sunday morning. Usually by Sunday afternoon, nobody's left around anyway. So yeah, so you just let them know how many days you're staying and go ahead and pay them at that point.
Okay, that's pretty interesting. Is there any other questions from the panel that you'd like to ask Todd before we separate?
There's a question in the chat from Nick Griffith. Do you sell those nice Resurgence PPG jerseys?
No. No.
That's a hard no.
Yeah, that's a hard no. Those jerseys were specifically made for anybody that was a participant on our Adventure Wingman trip. So if you see somebody with one of those jerseys, they were in Arizona with us and California when we went to Glamis. And so they, you know, please give them some respect. They are either an alumni or they're somebody that was doing a lot to help Resurgence out for that trip. So it's basically a piece of, you know, nice memorabilia and a token of honor for those guys.
Already.
I don't have a question, Todd, but I do want to thank you for what you're doing. That's
Well, thanks so much. I appreciate it. So I know guys like Kelvin appreciate it too. You know, it's because of, you know, folks like you guys, you know, supporting our mission on the show and, you know, helping us spread the word that we're able to do what we do. You know, without you guys, it wouldn't happen.
Oh, we definitely appreciate you for sure. Any other questions in the chat or on the panel?
Just a quick one. I just want to say thanks for Todd or you, Sean, to help me out with that Smile Amazon because, yeah, I've been spending a little bit of money and could have gone your way too, Todd.
Awesome. I appreciate you. We're still not. You're still not going to win anything on any of the shows because shipping.
No, I know. Thankfully, I've got someone that cares, and he's going to put a package together for me, eh, Sean?
Yeah, we're putting a package together for Walter. So if there's anything at Resurgence that you have, maybe stickers or something, you can send it to me, and I'll put in the package for Walter.
Yeah, if you could just shoot me your mailing address, and I'll go ahead and send something to you.
Okay, that's cool. Walter, you're getting things from all over the place, you lucky duck.
Awesome. Thank you all. Just getting back to what you've been talking about, the flyings and all the travel, I can see how it's been building up over the years for you guys. For me, I did it 20, 30 years ago, traveling around Australia drag racing, and it's the same camaraderie. Everyone travels, the expenses, accommodation, fuel, you know, food, that time away, it is a vacation, but you're there also. For us, we were drag racing, so the 3-4 days that you're there, it's just hard on work. But
yeah,
the downtime at night, when you finish racing, between the teams, it's like great camaraderie, and then yeah, it becomes a family. When you go state to state, and travel around because you have to in drag racing to score the points. You meet a lot of people, then they come back to your state, you help them out, you might take them on tours and that when you're not racing, you know. It's all a part of getting together because everyone is doing the same thing. And yeah, it's great to see what's going on over there. And yeah, love it. I love watching it.
We got 9 people
we'll,
in the background on Zoom and 7 people watching. So we're probably going to kill this live stream pretty soon. Any other comments or questions or thoughts?
It's
No,
11.
I just want to make sure that Will's still okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that willflyppg.com we're talking about?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just I've been worried about him all night.
It's like a sponge soaking it all up.
He's like a sponge. He's just absorbing.
Yeah.
Hey, Todd, are you going to Swanee?
No, I'm not going to be able to. I'm thankfully waiting on my second granddaughter to be born.
Ooh,
so
congratulations.
So she's due any day now. We're just waiting for her to show up. So I'm kind of stuck here until after that happens.
That's awesome. That's the best way of being stuck is to wait for.
Oh, absolutely. No doubt. I'm not going to complain one bit.
No kidding.
Well, right. I think I'm going to cut out of here myself. It's 11:41 here, and I got to get up at 5:50 to go fly tomorrow morning. So.
Oh darn! The things that you got to do.
Yeah, right.
Thanks so much for having me on, Sean. I appreciate the time.
Hey, Todd, you can jump on anytime. We're usually on Monday nights at 7 o'clock. If you want to be on, just let me know. You can come on anytime you want to. Seriously.
And
awesome.
thanks
I appreciate
for all the
it.
information too.
Oh, thank you so much.
All right, guys. If there's nothing else, if everybody has everything off their chest, we've gone. I don't even know how long. Was it 3-4 hours? I have no idea.
Yeah, it's almost 10:42 Central Time.
Yeah, I jumped on at just a little after 8:30 Eastern, so we're looking almost 4 hours.
Whew, my goodness. Well, guys, I really appreciate everyone that's jumped on. This has been a really fun bonus podcast. Make sure you come over to ClearPropTV.com and check us out. Listen to us on paratalk.org. Run over and check out Resurgence PPG. Make sure that you are part of the smile.amazon.com. Check out everyone on our panel. Thank you, John Wayne, for jumping on. Mark and Amy George. And, of course, the man down under that came over to say, hey, that I got a big old package for you, that we got so much stuff that we're going to send you that's going to cost so much. We appreciate you. And also Kent Stamey sent us $50 for our steaks that we're going to have over in MoonShiners. Did I miss anybody? Walter, thank you very much. Did I miss anybody?
Just your co-host.
My co-host. Did I not say Shane yet? I thought I said Shane.
Not one time.
Shane, ppgshane.com. Don't forget Jim at carepp.com. Mark and Amy George at paraswag.com. John Wayne, thank you very much. Todd over at Resurgence PPG. I think I got everybody. Did I get everybody? How about paramotorgirl.com?
And parachick.com.
And who? Parachick.com. My goodness.
Yeah.
Walter, do you have a .com? Do we need to get you one?
No.
PPG Walter Down Under where.com? All right.
Where's Wally?
You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. We'll be back Monday evening at 7 p.m. to give away this really cool GoPro knockoff and a bunch of other cool things. So make sure you go over to ClearProp TV for more. Thank you so much. Peace out. Anybody else have anything before we go?
And what's the show about? What's Monday's show about?
What's that?
What is Monday's show about?
What's today's show about?
Monday.
Oh, Monday. We're going to have these really cool people from paraswagusa.com. Their name is Mark and Amy George. We're going to have something really awesome as far as like a reveal. So if you want to see the most amazing reveal that's going to come on for paramotors, come to ClearPropTV.com, which is also ppgzone.com/podcast, and check out paraswagusa.com for this amazing reveal. You can't wait to be there because we're also giving away a bunch of cool stuff.
Amy's pregnant.
No. Here's the hint. Marcus has been working on the website for the past hour and a half.
All
right, good night, guys. Gotta get to bed.
Mark has been working on the
See y'all later.
See you later, Shane.
.com.
All right. Peace out, y'all. Thank you so much for joining.
Night, John Boy.
We're Audi 5000. See you Monday. Bye.
Good night. Good morning.
I know, right, Walter? What's the weather gonna be like tomorrow?
Oh, perfect.
I love perfect.
Warm. Very warm. Steady winds.
Okay. Well, I can't wait for that.
Okay.
Thanks, man.
Hope it comes your way. Good night, all.